Chance! And it's a goal! Oh, what a goal!
All the action from all the biggest games.
Oh, it's the second goal!
This is Open All Mics from Sports Sound.
From BBC Radio Scotland.
You're listening to Open All Mics on BBC Radio Scotland. We've got all the pictures coming into the studio here in Glasgow. Leanne Crichton and Tom English alongside me. We're seeing the players going through the final warm-ups in the game at Rugby Park. That's an 8 o'clock kick-off. Just seeing Jim Goodwin coming out there in the screen at Tannadice. Stephen McGinn is there for us. Stephen, you brought us the team news. We heard from David Gray. When you look down these team lines, Stephen, where do you see the strengths and weaknesses in both these sides?
Yeah, obviously they're matching up with the formations. I think it's going to be a really tight game. The main thing for me probably is the first 10-15 minutes. Hibs put a lot into that victory against Celtic. You know, with 10-15 minutes to go, guys like Lewis Miller, who are so fit, they're on their last leg. So it's a reaction maybe that I'll be looking for from Hibs, because getting third place, it's nice like this. A couple of days after the highs of Celtic, is coming to a place like Tannadice and digging out that 1-0 or 2-1. That is the difference between finishing third or fourth, fifth or sixth.
And Stephen, we've spoken a lot, you've been in the studio, spoken a lot about how much of a catalyst Nicky Cadden has been for Hibs, and also the return to form of Martin Boyle. He's such an important player. Yeah,
I mean, Martin Boyle at his best is as good as most attacking players in the league, so it's brilliant to see him back. The Nicky Cadden one's an interesting one, because Ryan Strain is someone who I thought was a brilliant St Mirren player. I thought he was a brilliant signing from Jim Goodwin to get him up here, and I think that's a battle where the game could be won and lost. Who gets the better of that, Nicky Cadden versus Ryan Strain?
Yeah, that's a big game there at Tannadice. Also a big game at Tynecastle, and Preston Hearts against St Mirren just underway.
Yeah, we've just kicked off, Kenny. A great crowd here tonight at Tynecastle. St Mirren 500-600, I think they've filled their end almost. They're back, big home crowd, expecting a good game here. Massive game for both. I think if Hearts don't win tonight, it's going to be a struggle. A draw possibly, but if they lose, it's going to be a struggle for them to make the top six. St Mirren want to try and close that gap with the teams above them. So all we play for here just kicked off, 0-0.
Yeah, looking forward to that one, Leanne. The pitch, as Alan said, looks absolutely immaculate through there. It's going to be interesting to see, because St Mirren were so good at Ibrox on Saturday. They thoroughly deserved their win. But this is a fresh challenge tonight.
It's a different type of challenge again, but I think the confidence that the players would have taken, especially from that result at the weekend for Stephen Robinson and previous performances and results over the course of the season, but I think we'll now see Hearts as real contenders. Hearts getting back to a level as well and sitting, tucked in right behind them, just a point of a difference between the sides. Was that a challenge?
No, I'm actually just seeing, Stephen, is there a discussion between the referee and the managers there at Tannadice?
Myself and Kennedy were trying to work out what it is.
An issue with VAR, perhaps?
No. Not sure what to report, what's going on.
I just wonder if there's maybe potentially a VAR issue. They just saw him over speaking. So we'll get back to you, Stephen, if there's anything fresh to come on that one. Let's then get to the game at Fir Park. Motherwell at home to Dundee. This will be a really interesting one. Are you expecting a tight game, Stephen?
I am kind of just listening to Tony Docherty's taking the gin ahead of the game about being competitive. I expect it'll be competitive and feisty. I have to say, we're just over 3 minutes into the game, and Motherwell have actually started okay. Andy Halliday, who I've been critical of in the past, continually plays the ball back. Well, tonight already he's made a couple of forward passes into Lennon Miller, into Luke Armstrong. So you always look for little subtle changes if there's a new manager coming in. What information is he giving to his players? He spoke about progressive football, and I'm guessing that means playing forward a little bit more often rather than always come back to your back three or back to your goalkeeper and then a long hopeful ball. So it's been a positive start, considering their run has been poor and their confidence has been low, and sometimes when your confidence is low, it zaps your energy and the kind of fear factor kicks in a little bit. So no, they started quite bright. Dundee, first and foremost, need to be hard to play against. 58 goals from the 27 games that they've been involved in. Nowhere near good enough from them. So yes, it'll be tight, it'll be feisty, but I'm hoping there'll be goals.
5 games in the Premiership this evening, also 5 games in the English Premier League. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them kicked off at 7:30. Brentford 0, Everton 0, Manchester United 0, Ipswich Town 1, Nottingham Forest 0, Arsenal 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0, Manchester City 1. Erling Haaland with that goal after just 12 minutes. 8:15 start. Liverpool at home to Newcastle United. Let's then get to the game game in Perth. St Johnstone at home to Ross County. What's happening in the early stages, John? I guess the pitch as well. How's it looking?
Well, there's I just said that no Chilver just falls on his backside there. But listen, the ground's when Chris Smith's been out and he's been putting sand down, he's been putting seed down, and it's flat. I'll give them a due, it's flat at the moment, but it's not a great surface. But again, there's nothing you can do about the weather. But St Johnstone started brightly there, a good ball whipped in from the right hand side by Sidibe, and it was easily taken by Misa. But County at this moment I've got them down in the right hand side corner flag here. But say the surface won't be easy, but both teams they both realise how big a result this is tonight, because I say if Ross County win, they can banish all thoughts of relegation or even dropping into that relegation playoff spot and can look at top 6. St Johnstone need to win. They need to take at least 4 if not 6 points on tonight and Saturday's visit to Dundee.
Leanne and Tom in the studio here. We had Michael Stewart in a couple of weeks ago. That night we had a St Johnstone fan on the phone, and Michael was saying that now he can't see any way back for the Perth Saints. He thinks they are gone. What would you say to that?
I would agree. I don't think I've personally seen enough from them that would instill me with any sort of confidence, even when it comes to the head-to-head. I think there's been at points good 45-minute performances. There's been a couple of hopeful results in there, but I just think when the split comes, you'll really start to see the gulf
Chance
between.
for Hibs.
Yeah, take it away, Stephen.
Declan Gallagher. It's Rory Payton. The game's been really physical, battles all over the park. Rory Payton's just tried to take an extra touch. Dale read it brilliantly, and it's Martin Boyle. I think he should probably take it with his left foot. He's tried to open up his foot, and Declan Gallagher got over and covered it. Hibs corner.
Yeah, early corner for them.
Yeah, I was just getting another look at that chance. It's just going to come up on the screen just now, Kenny. But no, for me, I don't know what Tom thinks, but St Johnstone, I think, are really up against it.
Look, they're 6 points adrift. But if you look at the bottom 3, they're the only teams that won a couple of games in the last 6 or 7 games. So, Motherwell haven't, Dundee haven't. St Johnstone lost the last 2, but they won the 2 before that. So it's a glimmer of hope, but they need more. They need more, and it's very hard to see it.
Hemming just taking a knock here at Tynecastle, the St Mirren keeper. There's a ball in by Wilson. It's Kabangu running across the front.
Just getting a look at it now, Alan. No, he's got every right to go for it.
He's got to go for the ball.
Yeah,
and it's
just the height. He almost comes out to catch it at a kind of awkward height. Gets a right third to the side of the head, but he's up. Yeah, he's on the move. We can see it here as well.
Yeah, Alan talked to us about Kabangu. He looks to be a fantastic signing.
You know what? I was actually speaking to Rob over the weekend about it. He's in the right place at the right time. Now, he doesn't always finish, Kenny, but he plays between the 18-yard box. You don't really see him out wide, and if he does knock it wide, he then gets into the box, so he'll score his fair share of goals, as we've already seen. Can they keep it up? Can they get him if he does continue to score? I know I don't know if it's an obligation to buy or an option to buy, but you would certainly, at this moment, the way he's going, you would want to buy him.
Yeah, he's doing very, very well. Lots of options in attack for Neil Critchley. He's doing a decent job as Hearts manager. Let's get to the game at Fir Park. It's early days, I know, Stephen Craigan, but do you think you'll see very different tactics from the new Motherwell manager to what you witnessed under Stuart Kettlewell?
Well, without getting carried away in the opening 8 minutes, I can see, I'm not saying significant differences, but I can see how they're trying to press. The players are all aware, they're encouraging each other. The manager from the side is trying to orchestrate. When the ball gets moved across the pitch, you can see whatever player's going to press, someone else is tucking in behind. They're trying to force Dundee down certain areas of the pitch.
Yes, Steve McGinn.
Graham. I think it's Rocky Bashiri. He's not got enough on his header clearance. And the big centre half, he's brought it down his left foot. Albeit it's gone in off a deflection, but brilliant technique, and he's put Dundee United 1-0 up.
Yeah, it's a good goal, Stephen. We're just looking at it here. Comes off the throw-in, the delivery comes in. I actually wonder if there could have been better communication, because I don't know if Bashiri actually needs to get the head on it. Get another look at it. I don't know whether the goalkeeper could have possibly helped him out and actually just came out and claimed it. But anyway, the defensive header, as you described, not good enough. But Dundee United bang at it on the front foot. They react quickest, pick up the second ball. No, it's not the goalkeeper. Bashiri probably he does as much as he can do, to be fair. He's coming back in. It's an outswinging delivery, a difficult one for him to go and defend, and they do get the luck with the deflection just as the strike comes off. good start from Dundee United though. A big goal in that game.
Yeah, that's a huge goal there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Look, he's caught it well, but it's a big slice of luck.
Yeah.
I mean, with that deflection, you know, the goalie's got no chance. That's top corner.
Some people need deflections, Tom. Put it in. Me myself as well.
Yeah, what a season for Dundee United fans on the return to the top flight. And Tom, we've spoken about this a lot with many Dundee United fans of the programme. It's such a great story for Jim Goodwin. He's been under a lot of pressure for large parts of his career, hasn't he?
The arc of his football management career is amazing.
Yeah.
And I think everyone sees Jim Goodwin as a good guy who went through it at Aberdeen. A lot of managers do, but that was a brutal experience for him at Aberdeen. Bounced back very quickly, and he's built something very substantial, I think, at Dundee United. It is based on a solid defence that doesn't give a whole lot away. But he's added to that. He's found a striker in Dalby, plucked him from lower leagues in England, and he's been a star player for him. Lots of goals. They're just a solid team, Dundee United. They're well coached, and they have an air about them. They have a confidence about them. They know what they're doing. Strikes me that everyone in that Dundee United team knows their role. They know they have absolute clarity on what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
well, piece of skill there from Dennis Miller. Sorry.
Yeah.
He started the game bright. I've got to say, he's playing further up today. I think at the weekend he played as a number 6. He's then as a number 10, just in behind Luke Armstrong. Lovely little turn in midfield. Received the ball really well. Skipped past Silla. Had a shot. It just fizzed wide. Took a deflection. So Motherwell, they're not putting the pressure on, but they're looking quite comfortable in their shape.
John Robertson.
Yeah, brilliant save here from Amisa. Wait till you see this one. Duke McKenna whipped it over the wall. Top left-hand corner, and a big 6'6" goalkeeper has got there.
For Motherwell! Dundee! We said he can't defend. It's a simple corner kick. Andy Halliday from the left-hand side. An out-swinging corner kick. Dan Casey in acres of space. 10 or 12 yards from goal. Free header. Plants it down into the bottom right-hand corner of John McCracken and goal. Really bad goal from Dundee, but a really good goal from Motherwell, and just what the First Park crowd needed. Motherwell 1, Dundee 0.
Acres of space, Craigs, but that's one hell of a header. I mean, that
look at that.
That was a thumping header.
Tom, there's good pace on the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really good pace on the ball. It means he doesn't have to generate. He just needs to catch it flush on his forehead, and that's exactly what he does. And use the pace on the ball to fire into the ground. McCracken didn't move.
Defending awful. God.
No, and it's one straight off the training ground though. You can see Casey just almost takes up a position more towards the back area, and he goes in. Just that quick run, catches the defender cold. Craigs, I'm not sure who it was that was picking him up, but you could see him so reactive, just a couple of yards behind him. But listen, I say it as well, set pieces in the game, they've always been important, but there you go, the opening 2 goals in the game. One comes off a second phase from a throw-in, second one's off a corner, and Rob O'Neilly had a wonderful free kick at his game as well. So there's a lot of detail going into set piece moments now.
Yeah, very bright start across the games. Time now for a choice of listening on Sports Sound. Stick with us on BBC Sounds 92 to 95 FM for Open All Mics. For full commentary of Kilmarnock against Rangers, tune to Radio Scotland Extra Digital and 810 medium wave, and both of these options are available online.
The Scottish Premiership
from BBC Radio Scotland.
You're still with us on Open All Mics on BBC Radio Scotland. So Dundee United 1, Hibs 0. Ross Graham with that goal deflected on 6 minutes. Dan Casey, a bullet header there, acres of space. Motherwell 1, Dundee 0. Manchester United have come from behind, 2-1 up now at home to Ipswich Town. They got back in level terms. A Sam Morsey own goal in 22. Matthias de Ligt with a goal there in 26 minutes. 2-1 to Manchester United. Elsewhere down in England this evening, Brentford 0, Everton 0, Nottingham Forest 0, Arsenal 0, Spurs 0, Manchester City 1. Erling Haaland with that goal. 8:15 start. Liverpool at home to Newcastle United. 8 o'clock start at Rugby Park. Down there for us is Rory Loy, and Rory, the team's just coming out down there. It's going to be really interesting to see what Rangers look like tonight under the new management team.
Yeah, it is. Obviously the same team has played St Mirren against St Mirren at the weekend. Didn't perform too well. Barry Ferguson's given them a reprieve and a chance to show what they can do again here at Rugby Park. The away fans are in full voice, tifo on display, shouting Barry Ferguson's name, so you know he'll be wanting to deliver on the pitch, and I
think the tactical side of things, you know, the little intricacies of where the players are on the pitch and what he's looking to do will come to the fore, and it'll be interesting to see what they do. But look, Kilmarnock will fancy their chances tonight, Kenny, make no bones about it.
Yeah, they'll still, and also not just tonight, they'll fancy their chances still of making that top six, Rory, won't they?
Oh, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt they will. And you know, they've beaten the Old Firm enough over the last couple of years that they'll fear, they won't fear this game whatsoever. They'll watch what St Mirren did at the weekend. Yes, they'll be a little bit conscious of the fact that Rangers have got a new manager and they might get that bounce, but I do believe that this Kilmarnock team, who have faced this Rangers side plenty of times and come out on top against them on a few occasions, will see it as the same 11 Rangers players and thoroughly believe in their own ability and their opportunity to go and get the 3 points.
Rory, did you notice anything, in the warm-up in terms of those tactical moments? There's maybe a tweak to the system, or sometimes you can get an idea back 3, back 4, back 5, same midfield. Did you spot anything?
No, they went from a kind of running drill, warm-up drill into a passing drill. There was no really giveaway in the shape, Leanne, so no. They did have all 18 players out on the pitch though, and the 2 spare men as well, who were put through their paces for running purposes, so I don't know if that was a little message about standards.
Rory, was the Sports Anderson involved in the passing drill? Do you know? I'm just trying to work out who it is. All right, I've got video evidence.
Gave the ball away too many times.
Video evidence.
Everybody's sitting at their games tonight looking for
Does
that.
it annoy you as much, Alan, as it annoys Robbo?
No, I speak to Rob about it all the time. Does my head in.
What's wrong with it, really?
He's not a professional football player.
Right.
I'm not being disrespectful, but he might injure one of them. He's gone in the box, he's trying to close people down, he can't pass the ball, he's always in the middle.
Chancellor United, Sam Dalby might be offside.
Right, Stephen, yeah,
he's played it out, they're playing it on.
He looked
Strange going down for a penalty as well. I'm not sure whether he's gave the offside eventually. Played that on far too long for how clearly offside it was.
It did
By the
look
way, he's got lovely shiny Copa Mondials as well.
Oh, that's it. This is really not going down well, has it? We shouldn't name the individual, should we? We should keep that. We should keep that
Ken,
private.
just to clarify, so Lyle Cameron as well, although everyone knows he's signed for Rangers, this would be allowed in the English Premier League.
Right.
Because you can only sign for a club in the same league a month before your contract runs out because of conflict of interest. So it might be something that the SFA should be looking at.
Do you think they should, Alan?
I think they should, yeah. I really do. I think it's something that they should take into consideration. Alan, I said in the team news when I was given it that must be on his mind, because he's signed for a manager who's no longer there. He's starting to think about his future. He's fighting for his life at Dundee to try and keep him in the division, and suddenly he's maybe getting an eye somewhere else from what could be happening. So Tony Duffy's just got to keep an eye on him. But you're right, I don't think it's a great situation to be having.
Leanne,
you're going to dip your toe in as well when you're playing a heavy challenge.
Well, it looks like there's a bit of a delay, but if the offside was as clear as we thought it was, which we've not actually had a look at,
we're playing on. I can't believe that how long to go with that.
Yeah, it sometimes does sit a while. I have to say, Tom English, very warm embraces between both benches down there at Rugby Park.
Oh, the old pals together.
I thought it actually looked a bit frosty.
Oh no, you missed the embraces.
It was nice. I seen the handshake, but I thought it was pretty subdued.
This I know everyone's saying, but this is going to be a tough game for Rangers, for your first game for Barry Ferguson and the rest of them. Like Kilmarnock have played 13 games, league games at McDermott Park. They've only lost 3 of them. So this is tough with the pitch, with the boost that the Kilmarnock get on their home place. This is a tough thing for Rangers.
They had the first opportunity, Tom.
They did, yeah.
A little bit of the ball in the first minute or so, but then Fraser Murray, who looks a player reborn in the last few months, burst up the left-hand side. He cut it into Wales, who in turn played it to McGuinness, who further played it on to Brad Lyons. He had a shot, Butland had to tip it over the bar, so Kilmarnock got the first corner of the game. In the early stages, it looks like a straightforward 4-4-2 for Rangers. Czerny on one side, he's pushing further up the pitch. So it'd be interesting to see how they go, but it certainly looks like Egerman's going to play right up top with Dessers, maybe when they're in possession.
Oh, good save, Ellery Balcom. What's the official going to do? He's going to put his flag up. Yeah, he's offside now. He looked offside initially when he went through. Dundee's best passage of play in through midfield. Fed Simon Murray in down that right hand side, cuts in from the corner of the 18-yard box. Really good save by Ellery Balcom, but I could tell by the referee assistant's flag he was desperate to put it up, but he was waiting to see the outcome just in case, and when the ball went out of play, put it up for offside. But that's Dundee's first real foray into the Motherwell half. They will have to do more of that. Motherwell have settled better. I've been critical in the past, Kenny, of the three centre-halves at Motherwell, whether it's tactics, whether it's them, just lumping the ball forward tonight. They're trying to find the ball in the place.
Rory Loy.
Fantastic save from the Kilmarnock goalie, Kieran O'Hara. The ball dropped in the box, the eager man, and it's a bicycle kick, and it's a volley. It's a really good save, diving to his right. It's quite close to him, but at the same time there's a lot of pace on the ball, and I don't know, I think he should maybe score. I know I'm saying bicycle kick, but he's right about 8 yards out, centre of the goals. I think he should find the corner.
He's got plenty on it, hasn't he? It's a great effort.
Yeah.
I think it's a great effort,
but
Rory.
saying he should score.
Yeah, it's a good save. I think he's done really well there, and the goalkeeper has done exceptionally well.
Yeah, just watch him for the corner coming in here. Tavernier, Rory.
Yeah, right to the back post, proper around the back. The ball's went out.
Right, let's get to Tynecastle. Hearts at home to St Mirren. What's happening there, Alan Preston?
It's very tight, really cagey game. St Mirren have got a free kick here wide. That's a good ball, and Craig Gordon's been clattered, and it comes out again. Offside flag goes up. He now clatters the St Mirren player as the free kick comes in, but the flag's going up for offside. There's nothing really happening, Kenny, so far. This is the 19th minute of the match. No chances, no real shots at goal. Kabangu running into the Hemmings at the start. That's been really about it. Really cagey. Both sides look quite nervous here at Tynecastle, where the scorers Hearts nil, St Mirren nil.
Stephen Craig and you, of course, know Stephen Robinson very, very well. What do you think's the key to his success? I would say it'd be remarkable if he could get 3 top 6 finishes in a row. Particularly this season, it looks a lot tighter to get into the top 6 this term.
Chance for Hibs. Goal.
All right,
Kukurave, the man that Dave Gray's brought in. It's a free header at the back stick. It's a brilliant ball in from Nicky Cadden. Good movement from Kukurave, and once he gets contact, it's so hard for Walton to keep out. 1-1.
Another set piece, just going to be a night.
I'm sorry, go look at this game. There's a possible penalty check here for St Mirren at Tynecastle.
Yeah, we'll keep
right.
a wee eye on
Okay,
it.
that was,
good
you know what?
goal though. Great delivery, Stephen. I know it's a free header as you're describing, but really good delivery, whipped in at the back area, good height in it. Judged it really well. Good response from Hibs.
Yeah,
go behind and get themselves
corner,
back in.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Superb corner.
Yeah, really good stuff.
Right, okay, so we're waiting, Alan, for a replay of events there because a player down injured at the moment.
Yeah, he's come out. He's been clattered by Craig Gordon, and
right.
There's a saying on the board, a possible penalty check. The offside flag goes up, so you would think that would be first. You know? So we'll wait and see.
Still waiting for it, Alan. Just going to look at it now, actually. I don't think I would say it was a penalty, to be fair. I think Craig Gordon gets
no penalty.
A fair bit on the ball.
No penalty.
And just in terms of St Mirren, Stephen Craigan to develop that point, what's key to the success for Stephen Robinson?
I think he said it himself in his interview ahead of the game, was that structure and organisation and discipline of his team. He knows there's going to be times they're not going to be great with the ball, but if they can be difficult to play against, if they can get 2 centre forwards who, I have to say, I thought they were excellent on Saturday at Ibrox, Mikael Mandron and Ayunga. Some people can't work out why Koyosi Olasanya doesn't play all the time. I don't think his game knowledge is as good as those two. They worked really well as a partnership. So there's certain aspects he needs. Set plays for a really strong set plays against. They've conceded far too many goals from set plays this year, and that's hurt them a little bit. They haven't always been like that. So, but to get that consistency over 3 seasons, Kenny, tells you you're a good manager and getting the best out of players continually all the time. He doesn't have the luxury to go.
Chance Dundee United. Rudy Payton.
Yes, Steve McGinn.
No, it was a great ball. He's free. I think he's just a half yard of pace away from getting it. Smith read it well to shut off the danger.
Right, let's get back to the game in Perth, McDermott Park. St Johnstone at home to Ross County there. What's happening, John Robertson?
Yes, listen, it's what you'd expect. It's a very competitive game. Nothing, apart from that free kick from Duke McKenna that was brilliantly saved by Misa. St Johnstone have it slightly better, but they've had 3 or 4 corners well defended by County. County have had a couple of corners themselves, well defended by St Johnstone. So as I say, the pitch is holding up well and they're moving the ball about pretty well considering, but apart from that, 1 shot at goals, we're 23 minutes in and that's about it. Still 0-0.
Looks quite an open end-to-end game there at Rugby Park, Rory.
Yeah, it is. Kilmarnock, to be fair, have had the main attacks in the match. Rangers have had the best chance. They look fired up for it, Rangers, I have to say. Jeffy lucky to escape a booking with a tackle on Danny Armstrong. Clinton Nsiala a little bit hands-on in the box at times. Barry Ferguson whistling to him, telling him to just calm down, stop grappling with Robbie Dees. But it's good atmosphere. There's a bit of bite in the game as well. Both sides, I think, keen to start well, but Still 0-0 as it stands, Kenny.
What about looking down then at the dugout there, the away dugout at Rugby Park? Is it Barry Ferguson's out there? Have we seen much from Billy Dodds and from Neil McCann?
Yeah, Billy Dodds came out when there was a corner for Kilmarnock and just kind of pointed a couple of things out. Barry Ferguson that's when he went, kind of tried to get NCR's attention to tell him to calm down a bit. And Neil McCann's been out a couple of times just feeding bits of information as Jeffy makes a mistake in the box. Danny Armstrong's picked the ball up. Don't think he's going to manage to get his cross in. But yeah, they've all been out, they've all been pretty active as Kilmarnock get the third corner of the game, Kenny.
Right, thanks to Rory Law there. A reminder, there's an option of commentary from that game at Rugby Park. Let's get back to the game at Fir Park. It was a fantastic bullet header there that put the home side ahead. Any response at all from Dundee, Stephen Craigan?
No, apart from that Simon Murray chance that eventually was ruled as offside, but Motherwell have got a corner kick again. The exact same side of the pitch. Andy Halliday's going out to take it, so it'll be interesting to see if Dundee do anything different than what they did in the last corner kick they had from that side, because clearly they conceded the goal, or whether it's just individual responsibilities. Are they going to switch markers? I don't know, but Motherwell have been good, I have to say. They've been trying to play a little bit more. The press has been good. You can see they're well structured and well organised. Dan Casey again with a free header right into the hands of John McCracken. This time it was more centre of the goal, but that's a real concern for Dundee. That's twice they've allowed Dan Casey free headers about 8 or 10 yards from goal. First one into the back of the net, that one didn't.
Stephen, we've spoken a lot about the defensive record, the dreadful defensive record of Dundee. They've conceded more goals than any other team in the league. As a former defender yourself, is there anything you're seeing this off? Wait a minute, we'll come back to Stephen. Yes, Alan Preston.
Well, it's right in front of me, Ken. It's a clear throw in Hearts. It comes off the St Mirren player, Declan John, right in front of me. The assistant gives it to Hearts, but the referee says no. St Mirren take it quick, and the referee has to blow up, saying he's taking it to the wrong position, but St Mirren still have the throw in. Really poor refereeing.
Not for the first time we've said that in this programme this season. Yes, Stephen, just back to Dundee. Is there anything obvious you can see that the manager should be looking at?
Well, I think from open play they look all right. But when you're a team that conceded a lot of goals and then you concede a goal after 12 minutes, it sends a little bit of nervousness and edginess through the back line where you don't want to take any risks.
What's a chance? It's a goal for Kilmarnock! And it's Joe Wright at the back post. It's a great ball in for Fraser Murray. The marking looks all over the shop. He's got the freedom of Rugby Park to head it into what is an empty net. And Kilmarnock, I have to say, have started well. Their fourth corner, they get the lead. Kilmarnock 1, Rangers 0.
He's absolutely free, Rory. I've got no idea what's happened here. There's a couple of zonal players as well.
Somebody slipped.
Somebody falls over. Is it Proper?
Yeah,
possibly. Proper. Yeah, I don't know if he loses his foot, and we might get a better look at it here. He just catches legs.
Corner, 12 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, what a counter-attack from Hearts this is. It's a St Mirren corner at one end, it's cleared. And it's played out, and eventually it's Penrice right to the byline, whips it in. What a counter-attack. Corner to Hearts, really good play from one end to the other.
Then Barry Ferguson's got to be gutted with that. I was watching his reaction, the touchline arm still folded, Leanne. He looked fairly bemused at that. Just unfortunate the defender slipping, or just really slack defending overall.
No, I think it's slack, and I think even Robin Proper gets himself into a situation where he's not touch tight to the player that he's marking. He's not switched on. He then tries to adjust his feet. That's when he then collides with another player inside the area, falls to the ground, and as Rory describes the freedom of Rugby Park, Joe Wright just nods at home. But another corner. Every single goal in
from the previous
in all
corner
the
there was a very, very brief penalty check, so brief that it wasn't even worth reporting on, and it was for Robin Proper on Joe Wright, who'd got away from him, and it looked like it maybe clipped his heel. So
if I'm ever considering a change of career, which many people think I should, Leanne, I'm coming back as a corner expert, corner coach.
Speak to Austin McPhee.
Yes, exactly.
He's all over it.
He spent a lot of money out of that game.
Alan, what are you saying there?
There's a possible penalty check at Tynecastle.
Right.
I don't know what for.
Who for?
Not a clue.
Don't know.
Right, decision, no penalty. No penalty.
Any idea what end of the pitch it might have been?
That's it. It's come to the corner of the Hearts. It might have been Wilson, possibly, but
it went down. Did go down.
Didn't see anything, to be honest.
Right, Tom English.
Here's Wilson through. Great tackle. What a tackle that is from Taylor. Magnificent.
Yeah, just waiting for a wee replay of that one coming through. Alan, here we go. It was a great ball, wasn't it? Fantastic pass.
That's a lovely ball from Shanklin. He's playing really well, Lawrence Shanklin.
Yeah, that was
what
a great
tackle. Good pace from Taylor there, I have to say.
Brilliant.
And a well-timed tackle. That could have gone badly wrong.
Yeah, it was a great pass. Great pass. I mean, Tom, a real challenge now for Barry Ferguson down at Rugby Park.
This is one of the harder fixtures he could have got.
Oh, they're in again. It's Brad Lyons. Oh, come on, Nick. Disastrous at the back for Rangers. Brad Lyons drives through the middle of the defence, curls one with the instep of the right foot into the side net. Kilmarnock 2, Rangers 0. Disaster.
Disaster, right enough, Rory. Defensively, Rangers are all over the place. Comes from a mistake, actually. Not sure who it was that gave the ball away in a Rangers jersey, but Brad Lyons makes no mistakes. He capitalises on it. Robin Proper again, I think it is who we're seeing on our screens just now. Really good finish. Really good finish.
I have to say, I'm surprised they're sticking with Robin Proper. I have to say, he just looks very shaky.
Kenny?
And there are no other options. I mean,
no, it's Raskin actually. It's Raskin with the back
it's Enciala and then it's Raskin.
Enciala just nods the ball down to try and regain possession. Raskin looks to set it back to Enciala. Brad Lyons is all over him like a rash. Nicks the ball, picks his pockets. First touch positive, second touch in the back of the net. 2-0 Kelly. Unbelievable.
Diamandi and Raskin look very isolated in the middle of the pitch because Czerny on one side, he's stopped the game, he's got the old palm up. I'm not quite sure what for. Certainly can't be an offside, I wouldn't have thought.
Don't think they'd be too much.
But whilst they're looking at that, Raskin and Diamandi are playing. Or possible offside. I didn't see anything that could
off the goal.
Offside.
Right. We've not seen an angle either, Rory, that takes us across the pitch.
Yeah. Just on Rangers, so Raskin and Diamandi, as I said, flat two, and then Czerny and on one side and Hadji the other, pushing right up the pitch, and they look very isolated at times, Diamandi and Raskin, because you've got Eagleman who does drop into the kind of 10 position, but a lot of the time he's staying up with Dessers. It's leaving them a lot to do, Raskin and Diamandi in there, and as you just said, Leanne, any mistake, they're straight into the back.
They're looking at an incident, Rory. It's actually Kyle McGuinness, I think, that when he... Goal given.
Yeah, it didn't look much in that.
No.
A handball, I think it was in the build-up.
But not really. I mean, there was nothing.
I know. No.
The amount, Kilmarnock looked at being given so much space.
Do they look like they've been given so much space?
Yeah.
That's
what it looks like to me, anyway.
In the middle of the pitch, they don't have enough numbers at times, right? Don't get me wrong, Tom. You can't legislate for really poor defending in that touch from Raskin, but in the same breath, you're absolutely right. Kilmarnock are finding pockets, and I did say that Rangers will come out and they'll be full of energy and they'll be gung-ho, but Derek McInnes has been around the block and he knows how to pick teams off, especially if they're going to commit men forward, and that's what they're doing. Czerny and Hadji really far up the pitch. It's like a 4 at times up top, and
I think that's really important, Rory, isn't it? Because Barry Ferguson is a very inexperienced manager. He's got Neil McCann who's got experience, Billy Dodds has got more experience, but they're up against a wily old campaigner tonight.
They are, and they've also only had a very limited amount of time to try and get the instructions onto the players for what they're looking for. And as I said, you can't legislate for individual errors, and the defending has been awful for the 2 goals, but take nothing away from Kilmarnock. They've been really good so far. Fraser Murray, the standout for me. Brad Lyons has been really good in the middle of the pitch. Bobby Wales, some lovely touches, another one there. Robin Proper struggling, he wipes him out. Kilmarnock on the attack again, 2-0.
Manchester United are 2-1 up at home to Ipswich. They're down to 10 men. Dorgu sent off just before half time there. Let's get back to the game at Tanneries. It was a bright start there. What's happening now, Steve McGinn?
It was a really open game up until the Hibs equaliser, but from then on it's been a largely midfield battle, 2 formations going up against each other, man-for-man battles across the park, and the game's really settled down, and this game from now on you would sense would favour Dundee United in terms of what Hibs put into the game, but more cagey than the first 15-20 minutes for sure.
Right, let's get to Alan Preston, the game at Tynecastle. Not a lot in terms of goal-mouth opportunity there, Alan?
Nothing. No, the goalkeeper had nothing to do, really. It's been a midfield battle, going from end to end. A lot of high balls, centre-halves dominating the strikers so far. This is going to be a real cagey game, and as I said, Kenny, we're only 5 games after this before the split. Hearts need to win this. St Mirren coming away with a point, they'll still be ahead of Hearts, would be quite, I'm not saying happy. We've got a real opportunity. O'Hara playing it back here. O'Hara's actually playing his 100th game for St Mirren. Ball to the back, just headed out. Yeah, it's really, there's nothing really in it. It's a really tight, cagey game, Kenny. We're 33 minutes on the clock now, where it is Hearts 0, St Mirren 0.
Right, Ipswich have equalised away at Manchester United, 2 apiece in that one. Let's get to the game at Fir Park. Let's get to Stephen Craigan there. Dundee any better, looking any more solid at the back, Stephen?
Kenny, they're finding it tough in midfield. The rotation Motherwell are having, that they're getting on the ball all day long. Kai Amuse has had plenty of touches, and Andy Halliday has been instrumental in what they're trying to do. I have to say that I've just seen the Ian Lewis sitting beside me. I'm actually enjoying watching them playing, and I've said for a long time that I haven't enjoyed coming to Fir Park because the football hasn't been great, and that's not being critical of Stewart or Preedy. It's just what they were doing I didn't enjoy, and I don't think the fans did either. Okay, they're only winning 1-0, and it's clearly early in Michael Finner's tenure, but you can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to pass the ball. Callum Slattery, Lennon Miller's getting into good positions. A few times they've tried to play the ball forward, just the weight of passes let them down, or they would have been in for other chances. So it's been a good start, it's been positive, but they're only a goal up. Dundee had a couple of flourishes forward, where if their final ball had been better, or the timing of the run had been better, they could pose problems. So there's a lot to do, but it's certainly a much better game. But Dundee have been fine, been taking part in the game, just in midfield at times they've been overrun because of Motherwell's rotation.
Again, my days, it should be 3-0. It should be 3-0, Rory.
Jeez, I mean, it comes down the right-hand side. You seem to get the pictures before I even seen the action there.
Leanne's sharp, I'll tell you.
She is very sharp.
We're right on time with you tonight, Rory. Normally there's a slight delay, which there is at the other games, so we're pretty much seeing it as draw attention to it.
Goes down the right-hand side, it's cut back, and it's just, I don't know if it was unlucky or a poor finish. It seemed to actually bobble up, which seems strange for the AstroTurf, but poor finish. Billy Dodds.
Defensively, Rangers look all over the shop.
Yeah, they do.
Rory, and to me it looks like they're not moving in relation to the ball. They're not picking up players in central areas. Actually, that second goal, when I seen it back, Insiala is nowhere near the player he should be marking initially. That's why he then has to make the header in the manner, to try and compete for the header in the manner in which he does. And they're just getting picked off. Massive gaps right across the back line.
Neil McCann was out, Barry Ferguson was out, and they were screaming at Raskin and Diamandi to show for the ball because Robin Proper was stuck on it. And he's struggling Proper, but he didn't have many options. Ends up going all the way back to Butland, who then in turn kicks out the pitch. But they're screaming at Raskin and Diamandi to go and show for the ball, show some responsibility, but very low in confidence.
Penny for the thoughts of Philippe come on right now, Tom.
Well, listen, it's
rubbing his hands.
You would be, Alan, wouldn't you?
We standing doing it the cash line, pushing in the numbers, looking at it coming in.
I think he can afford more than a penny for your thoughts.
I think he'll be glad to be out of it. This just shows you he's the manager.
Stevie Craigan, what did I tell you? My theory again. The best player on the pitch at Kilmarnock tonight, Rory, is who?
Fraser Murray.
Last 6 months of his contract.
Rangers are not just losing this game, they're losing the physicality. They don't like the edge that Kelly are throwing at them. Hadji reacted to McGuinness a minute ago, and you can tell.
He got booked, Hadji, actually, for going over to McGuinness. McGuinness got booked as well, Tom. A little bit lack of discipline.
I don't think they like the. I don't like the aggression. They don't like the aggression of Kelly. And Kelly, it's a really good performance of Kelly because they have that edge to them. But when they get in possession, they are very impressive.
It was the same with St Mirren at the weekend though, Tom, watching the pictures coming in. Phillips for St Mirren was bang at it right for the get-go, firing into challenges, trying to wind up the Rangers players, getting in their head. You can only imagine what some of the comments must be when you're on the pitch as well, when you're trying to
provoke
Derek
that
Adams
reaction.
isn't watching
because the ball's just come out to Derek McInnes and he's done 3 keepy uppies.
Disrespectful, I think you'll find.
We miss Derek Adams. Right, so in the top flight this evening, Dundee United 1, Hibs 1, Hearts 0, St Mirren 0, Motherwell 1, Dundee 0. 8 o'clock start, Kilmarnock 2, Rangers 0, and still goalless in Perth. John Robertson.
Yeah, it's goalless here, but St Johnstone are doing most of the pushing. The gravity of the situation means Jason Holt's been very influential for them and getting them going forward. And Meese had a very good save.
He's in behind over the top. The defender, it's just went wide. Jack Butland, it's a ball over the top. Insiala struggling to deal with it. And he's in behind. I think it's Marley Watkins. He out-muscles him. He doesn't quite get enough in the shot. But at this moment in time, it is just wave after wave of attack.
Chance. Sorry, what a counter-attack from Motherwell. Dundee put a great ball into the box. Don Thompson wins the ball.
Alan Preston.
It's a goal for St Mirren. It's Mandaron. It's a ball to the back post. I think it's Declan John who hits it. It seems to get under the feet of Steinbender and it falls to Mandaron, who just knocks it into the side netting. There's been nothing in the game, but St Mirren take the lead. Hearts nil, St Mirren 1.
A stroke of luck with the defending from Hearts that Mandron gets a chance, but he's clinical, Alan, in that area. Thankfully, we've got the first goal from open play, which is always
it's nice to see.
Always good to see.
And I think about 800 St Mirren fans through there tonight, and they've got a love affair, I think it's fair to say, with Stephen Robinson. It's incredible the job that he's doing, Tom. He continues to deliver, and if they can get a result there tonight, they're probably a strong favourites to finish in the top 6 again.
Yeah, and he's got this personality that is just effervescent.
Yes.
Hyper almost, in a good way.
Yeah.
And the team is kind of built in his image. They're a tough team, you know, and they're an aggressive team, but they can play, they can score, and they believe in themselves. They have a very good mentality, this St Mirren team. And that's what I think it's.
Tom, they're well coached for what they do. People can be critical of whatever you want.
Exactly.
But you know when you watch his team, Steve, you know what they're trying to do.
And they're well organised. They know exactly. They know what they are. They know what they are.
This is an absolute battering at Rugby Park.
It is, and I can see them talking down there. Barry Ferguson, Billy Dodds. The fingers are going up as if to maybe a change of shape. But Cropper's one more mistake, because he made another one there. One more mistake away from serious consideration of being substituted.
Yeah, he's been.
What options does he have on the bench if he's wanting to make changes defensively, Rory?
Well, I was just looking there. They've got Rafael Fernandez. Whether they would maybe go to a 3 and try a completely drastic change of shape, which is extremely difficult given for the last 48 hours they've been working on the shape that they're playing at the moment. They just look so open, so exposed. There's so much space. The distances aren't great now. Raskin and Diamandis have touched. They're so isolated in there. And they're committing so many men forward that it's just playing into Kilmarnock's hands. It really is. They're playing very well, by the way.
And that might be the case, but they look like a team that have used the last day or 2 days purely working on the attack, not on defence, not on shape in the back, because they are getting ripped asunder here.
Bobby Wales has shown some really good touches. He's such a good player, I have to say.
What do you like? I've heard a lot of people speaking about him and what a prospect he is, Rory. What do you like about him?
His intelligence. His intelligence. That ball, see when it goes into the play with wide players, Kilmarnock, see when the ball goes into the wide players, he knows exactly where to be to receive the ball. He knows how to create space by kind of stepping off. He's not the most physical, stepping off the centre backs, and then some of his passes as well, through balls, etc. Shows a real maturity in his game intelligence for his age. He's really nice to watch, really good on the eye.
Rory, what do you think's happened with Ridvan Yilmaz? Do you think it's just out of favour or performance-wise and just not showing enough? Because I just feel the balance at points that he was offering in that left side, there was some good performances
Further
in
up
there.
the pitch, you mean, Leanne, or left back?
Either or. I think even when you look at Hadji, I think he's a luxury player at points, and he's the one I think playing off that kind of left-hand side tonight. I don't know. And Jeffrey, for me, the jury's out at points when I look at him defensively as well. I don't know.
He went through a wee purple patch, Jeffrey, and he was being linked with Chelsea, which seems remarkable.
Do we actually believe that, really?
Well, I don't know. You never know. But he was playing well for a spell, that's fair to say.
Could it come down to size, Rory, Leanne? Could it come, because they're already a very small team, and I don't think there's much between Ridvan and Jeffrey. I think it's toss the coin what you're looking for, but when you're already a small team, surely you're thinking about set pieces, and Jeffrey's bigger.
Yeah, possibly. It might just be something as simple as that, Stephen. He's the only one really jumped out in the bench as well, other than Fernandez.
Yeah, you couldn't see it, Stephen, could you?
No.
No, I mean, sometimes you see these stories out, you wonder where they come from. Liverpool 1, Newcastle United 0. Szoboszlai with that goal. That was a later kick-off, that after 11 minutes.
NCA's had a disaster there. Bobby Wales always went wide. I really thought he was offside. Yeah, the flag's gone up.
I know.
Toss a coin as to who you take off.
If you could, you take both of them off.
Well, Ridvan Yilmaz is getting stripped. Leanne?
That's a statement.
Nsiala's performance for me, though, at the weekend was alarming.
He was so weak, wasn't he?
And for a central defender, never mind Tona Caravan, he doesn't win an aerial duel, Tom.
No, I know that as well.
The weekend, he was schooled. In the second goal, he's been schooled. Wow. There's no physicality, there's no contact with the player that he's marking at points. He's kind of ghosting in front of his player, and no idea that the player's behind him. His awareness, Yilmaz is coming on, and
Do you know what? He played, was it the European game? Was it Aberdeen? Who did he play with? And he had to go for a head knock, Leon King, very early on in that game. And I felt he started quite well that night.
He's not in the squad.
He's not back into the squad yet.
It's almost like Derek McInnes knew what team was going to come out and what shape was going to come out tonight for Rangers, because they're just going man for man and they're winning every single battle all over the pitch.
And he will be loving this, Derek McInnes. He'll be loving it.
But of course,
it's an audition, is it not?
Do you think so, Alan? Because his name's been mentioned so many times.
Oh, yeah. What a save! What a big chance
John
there for St Johnstone. Brilliant ball in. And I think it's Curtis at the back post has got to score.
He has to, John. What a save, though.
But he's got to give the keeper credit. He's made himself big and he's kept out. It's been all St Johnstone. They've had 3 really good efforts and Amisa saved a lot of them.
That was
the free
incredible,
kick was
wasn't it?
brilliant, and then he had a good save from Mackenzie Kirk, and then again, that's the best of the lot. It's a brilliant ball in.
Oh, great
Swedberg.
delivery, John. Just seen it. Oh, wow.
What a save.
It's a good save, but
he's got to score.
I don't know, actually. I'm looking at it. He's really brave in terms of the diving header to get across the defender.
Some ball in there, wasn't it?
It is. Great delivery. All about the delivery, the desire to get on the end of it, but matched with a lovely save.
Yeah, big moment there. I tell you something, we've got all the games going here. I can't take my eyes off the Rangers game purely because how dominant Kilmarnock are and how bad Rangers are down there tonight.
The only good thing for Rangers is that they're only, in inverted commas, 2-0 down.
Yeah.
This could be 4
easily
already.
Easily 4.
Right, let's get back to Tannadice. Steve McGinn is there for us. Dundee United up against it. This is a big one in terms of the battle for 3rd and 4th place in the table. Who's on top at the moment, Stephen?
Dundee United are on top. They've really grown into the game. They're using the wing backs. They're the ones, Nicky Cadden and Lewis Miller, they're really pushed back and they're enjoying a sustained period of pressure in Hibs' half. And they look, I know I keep repeating, chance there for Dalby over the bar.
Sorry, Stephen, we need to cut in here. Nsiala, I think it is getting hooked
off.
at
I didn't want
Rugby
to
Park.
cut across him, but he's coming off. And I've just seen Jeffrey shaking his head. I'm just interested to see how they're going to line up now. I'll let you know when it settles down a little bit, but yeah, you're right, Leanne, Nsiala off, which, to be honest, it could have been either him or Proper. I think it's just the fact that he's left-sided.
Thanks, John Roberts. It's actually quite, do you know what, it's quite hard watching that there when he came off. There wasn't much of a reaction from the management team. He sort of reached out for Barry Ferguson's hand. He kind of got a half-hearted handshake there. He just
How many minutes has that gone?
32, 31, 32.
I mean, I've been on the wrong end of Barry Ferguson's sharp tongue as a young player at Rangers, so I know he's an intimidating character, and that's not a nice moment for Nsiala at all.
No, it was actually quite uncomfortable watching that, I have to say. He's just a young player, but Leanne's right. Watching his performance against I used the word schooled.
Kenny Motherwell 1, Dundee 0.
Thanks to Stephen Craig. I used the right word. He was schooled. He was just outfought.
Really struggling, Ken. Yeah. Really struggling. Yeah. And by the way, the players around him are not helping.
James Taverniers went to right centre back, guys. Just to update you. And Yilmaz is right back. Jeffrey left back. Proper left centre back.
And do you know what? And to be fair, on Nsiala, based on his performance at the weekend, as we've touched on, I think there was a psychological experiment tonight in looking to trying to get a response from that group of players. But he was very lucky to be starting tonight, Nsiala, and that now lies with the management team. If I'm honest, they've put him in that position tonight. They've backed him for the weekend when he clearly, for me, looked way out of his depth. So it's a big call to make, especially at this stage of the game, but it's dog eat dog. Barry Ferguson's in there for 3 months. He'll not suffer any fools, that's for sure. Certainly at a club as well that he's got so much affiliation and love for. He wants to do well.
How does a player come back?
I think Cantwell, Kenny, though, that's the thing though, do you know what I mean? This is just...
But Cantwell got hooked into by Clermont in a game in the first half. I remember that. I just wonder how a player comes back for that.
Last 3 months the way this is gone. He mightn't last 3 months.
Surely.
Okay, look, I mean, slightly tongue-in-cheek, but this is
dreadful.
This is a shocking...
Just go out and get an experienced European manager for 10 weeks, Tom.
That's it. That's what you need to do, Rory. It's easy. Greg Levine is available at all.
That certainly took us all by surprise, John Robertson, I have to say.
Oh, Robin Proper.
Robin
caught out again. He's tried to step up and play offside, and he's totally messed it up. The ball comes in the box. Rangers really are at 6s and 7s here, but it's still 2-0.
Somebody's name doesn't fit him.
It's almost, Rory, like there's been a misinterpretation of what aggressive looks like in pressing.
What are they trying to do
You've
at the back?
got to be, as a team, if you want to press, you need to go and press as a unit. If you want to step, you've got to step as a unit. I just see 1s and 2s stepping all over the pitch.
It was an 8:45 start there. It'll be interesting.
Well
Rory,
played. He's a man. 1-2 return. He's in. Oh, shoot. Oh, he's went down. He's rolled it across Dessers. Great block on the line. Hadji. Oh, it's blocked.
Handball. Looks like a handball.
Oh, is it a handball, Leanne? Yeah, they're claiming for it.
Potentially.
I don't know why he doesn't pull the trigger. Igaman, he does brilliantly well.
Yeah,
It's really good
it's a
defending
big
in the end
chance for
Kilmarnock.
Dessers. Igaman does really well, cuts back inside, looks to try and possibly tee up Czerny.
Great block, firstly.
Yeah.
Jane, there's a hand there.
The second one, Kenny, I might get a better look here.
Right.
I just thought it maybe came out and maybe hit the arm that was outstretched for the body. No, it's off his side, I think. Is it Kyle McGuinness that throws his body? Yeah, really good block.
Laurie, with potential new owners coming in, how many would you keep? Bearing in mind, or how many would that team would get in the Celtic team? Because that's who they'd be competing against.
Oh, that's not even a...
That's
it's
not a serious
whole
question, Busquets.
I don't know. I'm saying, how many would you keep though, Tom?
Very few.
Who?
Well, look, the reality is that they're going to have to keep a number of them, because there's not going to be this massive war chest if the new owners, if it all goes through. There's going to be some money for sure, but they're not going to come in and spend 20 or 30 million.
Cortez will look to have blown money. For me, by Rami, they'll look to have blown money.
6 million waste of money.
Half time at Tannadice, 1-1.
Thanks, Stephen, again.
Cortez, well, they have to spend, they have to buy him. That's 4 million. Danilo, that's another 6. It's 10 million.
Good ball, Czerny's in here,
chance.
1-on-1. Goal! Rangers back in it.
Nice finish.
It's a really good ball through, I have to say. Cuts inside with the
Half time
left.
at Tynecastle.
Really good
Alan.
finish with the left foot. And it gets back to 2-1. The deficit's halved. Rangers, Kilmarnock 2, Rangers 1.
Nice goal, Rory. Simple stuff. No doubts about any offside. It's a foul in the middle of the pitch, which is a great advantage from the referee. Czerny's well onside. Composed with the finish. It's a big goal for Rangers at this stage of the game, certainly, to get one back before half time.
And that's a good advantage from the referee.
Yeah, really good advantage.
He
'cause
is
it's-
one that, to answer Alan's questions, I would be keen on keeping, but he's not even a Rangers player.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's going to cost them a lot of money to buy him.
Possible offside check.
No, he's on. Czerny's definitely on.
Right.
Who played the ball through?
Diamande, I think.
Diamande,
Yeah.
good ball.
Yeah.
Just waiting for a replay here. Barry Ferguson looks a bit more energised there. He's having words with Nico Raskin down in the touchline there. Any surprise, because Raskin was in as captain for a while, any surprise that he stuck with James Tavernier, Rory, as captain?
No, I don't think so. I think given the length of time James Tavernier's no offside, goal.
Right, no, right.
Sorry. So I think just, he's been the captain, he's been through some really tough times with Rangers, and I think Barry Ferguson can relate to that, and I think that he's probably the right choice for captain at this moment in time.
I also think you need to pick your battles, Rory, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Going in for a 3-month period, I don't think you can be the person that makes that decision without losing James Tavernier completely, and he is a player that Barry Ferguson's going to need between now and the end of the season. Right,
so it's an 8 o'clock kick-off there at Rugby Park. We'll keep Rory's mic faded up, obviously, as we approach half-time there, but let's get the half-time reports from the games that kicked off at 7:45. First up, Tannadice Dundee United at home to Hibs. Let's hear the half-time report from Stephen McGinn.
I think I'm going to have to step in, Kenny, because Stephen's just gone for a wee comfort break.
All right, Carradine, thank you.
I can tell you it's 1-1 here. It's been a pretty open game. I must admit, I was predicting a goal fest when it was 1 each after just 18 minutes. Really good start from the home side. A bit of luck about the goal, though. It was deflected in. Ross Graham's shot deflected in off a defender, and that gave the home fans something to shout about after just 5 minutes. Good response from Hibs, though, but the home boss, Jim Gooden, will be absolutely raging about the concession of the equaliser, because it was simplicity itself. A corner on the right hand side, in-swinger from Nicky Cadden and Miko Kuarevich at the back post, heading in pretty well unmarked to make it 1 apiece at that stage. Chances at either end after that. Boyle nearly made it 2-1 for Hibs before Sam Dalby actually should have put United 2-1 ahead. Someone of his ability nodded just over, and it was crossed in well from the right hand side by Ryan Strain. But decent game so far. Don't think it'll finish at 1 each. Mind you, I said there'd be a ton of goals here, and after 20 minutes, no great goal-mouth action, but pretty good fare here so far for a good-looking crowd as well of round about 11,000. Cracking stuff here so far at Tannadice, 1 each.
Good stuff. Thanks to Kerry Rinsan for stepping in there. Let's get to Tynecastle. Hearts at home to St Mirren, and hear from Alan Preston.
Well, the half-time score, Kenny, is Hearts 0, St Mirren 1. There's not been a lot in it, but I've got to say St Mirren deserve to be ahead, if that actually makes sense. They've been better in possession, looked more of a threat without really causing Craig Gordon any concern. But the only goal of the game came in 38 minutes. It was a cross from the right hand side. It come all the way over to Declan John, who volleyed it back. It deflected off Steinwender straight into the path of Mandaron, who from 7 yards passed it into the back of the net beyond Craig Gordon, giving him absolutely no chance. The St Mirren keeper has not had a save to make, Jack Hemmings. He's been clattered once by Kabangu, but that's really been about it. Hearts are struggling to create chances. St Mirren looking very comfortable with the ball when they've got possession. Half-time score at Tynecastle, Hearts 0, St Mirren 1.
Thanks to Alan Preston. Next stop, Fir Park, Motherwell at home to Dundee. Let's hear from Stephen Craigan.
Yeah, Ken, it's no surprise that Motherwell started brightly. Michael Vimmer's first home game, I think there was an offer for season ticket holders. You can bring a friend for £3. So I think there's an enlarged crowd for what there would normally be on a Tuesday night for this fixture between Motherwell and Dundee. And it was no surprise when Motherwell took the lead after 12 minutes. And it was also no surprise that Dundee conceded a goal from a set play. It was an out-swinging corner from the left-hand side. Andy Halliday, lovely left-footed cross, lots of pace on it. And Dan Casey powered a header free inside the Dundee 18-yard box, powered the ball down into the bottom right-hand corner past John McCracken. Dundee tried to strike back. Simon Murray went through. He went close. Ellie Balcom was sharp off his line to make a smart save down at his feet. The referee, his assistant, did have his flag up, but of course Balcom didn't know at that point. Motherwell, I have to say, enjoyed lots of possession. Andy Halliday, I think, probably having his best 45 minutes in a Motherwell jersey. It is his 50th appearance tonight, but he was the cog in midfield. He was linking up between defence and
big
attack.
Chance. Sorry,
as opposed to going back.
What a save that is. Rangers really should be back on level terms. Dessers with a chance. Good save. Sorry, Craigs.
No, Stephen O'Donnell almost made it 2-0 just before half-time. Motherwell defended a corner kick, really quick counter-attack. Slattery was involved. Stephen O'Donnell ran the full length of the pitch. His shot eventually was tipped over the crossbar by McCracken. So there's no doubt Dundee have to improve. They look like a side lacking in confidence. For Motherwell, they probably feel it's a missed opportunity not to be further ahead. And my eagle eye's been out. I've spotted a sports scientist get involved in a passing routine and a possession box at half-time. I won't say who, but half-time here at Fir Park, it's Motherwell 1, Dundee 0.
The mystery deepens. Thanks to Stephen Craigan there. Next stop, McDermott Park, St Johnstone home to Ross County. Let's hear from John Robertson.
Yeah, in half-time here in Perth, it's St Johnstone 0, Ross County 0, but that's down to one man. Jordan Amisa in the Ross County goal has kept St Johnstone at bay here because they have been by far the better side. They know the importance of tonight. They need to win and carry that into a game up at Dens Park on Saturday, and they've done their utmost best. Duke McKenna with a free kick from 25 yards right in the postage stamp. Big Jordan Amisa, all 6'6" of them got there and knocked it over the bar. That was after just 7 minutes, and it was nothing really happening until the 33rd minute. Mackenzie Kirk was put in the inside leg position. He rifled one across the face of the goalkeeper, and the big keeper got down and saved it again. Then there was a real acrobatic effort from Svedberg from 20 yards, an overhead kick, which was comfortable for Amisa. But he saved his best for last. In the 44th minute, they went down the left-hand side. Svedberg whipped the ball in with the outside of his right foot. It bounced on the 6-yard line. In came Curtis at the other end. He bulleted a header, and somehow Amisa managed to spread himself and keep the ball out. At the other end, I cannot remember Andy Fisher and St Johnstone goalkeeper touching the ball at all. It's one-way traffic, but it's still 0-0 here in Perth.
Thanks to John Robertson. So in the Premiership this evening, 7:45 kickoffs. Dundee United 1, Hibs 1, Hearts 0, St Mirren 1, Motherwell 1, Dundee 0, St Johnstone 0, Ross County 0. 41 minutes played, Kilmarnock 2, Rangers 1. Looking at the live table right now, Celtic of course top, 72 points. They are well gone at the top of the table there. Rangers 56 points. It's so tight. Dundee United 41, Aberdeen 41, Hibs 38. St Mirren make up the top 6 with 37 points. It's tight below them. Kilmarnock 34, Motherwell 34, Hearts 33, Ross County 33. Then a bit of a gap. Dundee 27 points, St Johnstone 22. Desperate for a win tonight, as we hear from John Robertson. Unlucky not to be ahead against Ross County at McDermott Park. Down in England this evening, Brentford 1, Everton 0. Manchester United back in front. 10-man Manchester United 3-2 up at home to Ipswich Town. Nottingham Forest 0, Arsenal 0, Spurs 0, Manchester City 1. 28 minutes played, Liverpool 1, Newcastle United 0. So as we approach half-time there at Rugby Park, it looks like an improved performance from Rangers in the past few minutes, Rory.
Yeah, they've had a couple of chances. Charlie had a golden opportunity racing through the middle. Players either side of them, Eagleman one side and Dessers the other side. He chose not to do anything.
Who's that rolling about?
Oh, it's Hadji, Leanne. I'm not even going to give him the time of day. He's just fell over, and he's looking for a penalty, which was quite embarrassing, to be honest. So Czerny had the opportunity to go through, and he didn't take it. I think it was Lyons who came back with a superb tackle. But Rangers have improved. I think what Barry Ferguson's after, as the game's progressed, is when Butland or the two centre-backs get it, they want Raskin and Diamandi to go to the ball. If they can use them, then great. If they can't, then it's that floated one into Egeman or Dessers, and then Diamandi and Raskin turning and getting up in the support, but at this moment in time that they're not keen on doing it, and Barry Ferguson's honestly having to bark instructions out consistently, even for corner routines. So they're all just getting used to each other, but with such a short period of time with the players.
More positive, I would need to say. The last 5 minutes for Rangers, much more aggressive, certainly a lot more football being played in the Kilmarnock defensive third of the pitch than it had been for the opening 35-40 minutes of the game.
Yeah, no, they've definitely improved. They definitely have. I don't know whether Kilmarnock have thought 2-0 up, close to half time, just try and see it out, and that's, Rangers have capitalised on that. However, I do think Kilmarnock still look dangerous going the other way.
Rory, you've spoken about Bobby Wales tonight. Who else is impressed for Killie?
Well, Fraser Murray's been good down this left-hand side. He's been good. Watkins always puts himself about, but Brad Lyons is one of these players. It's generally a 7 out of 10 every week, but I have to say he's probably be closer to an 8 tonight. I think he's been excellent, really, really good in the middle of the pitch, tenacious. The forward players of Kilmarnock have been excellent.
Tom, you look at that live table, it's so exciting, isn't it? From Dundee United actually down to Ross County. 8-point gap there from 3rd until 10th. It's so tight. It's all to play for right now.
It's incredibly tight, and nights like this could dramatically alter this table at the for most of the positions. So there's going to be twists and turns for the rest of the night, not to mind the rest of the season. But it's Rangers are picking it up. Sorry, just a segue.
Czerny is a bit of a standout.
Czerny's leading the charge. He's got a lot of quality, but a lot of leadership as well. Commanding the ball.
He picks up some lovely areas.
He seems to be one of the few guys who's standing up here.
For me, he's a really good ball carrier. I think his awareness in terms of playing off the shoulder, I think he was just marginally offside actually, just in that wee give and go rotation movement. But he's a forward-thinking player, and I don't often think at times Rangers have got enough of them that have got quality.
One criticism of Czerny is, I've spoken about Diamandi and Raskin being isolated. He does need to work harder going back the way at times. Going forward, unbelievably creative, great touches. I agree with everything you've said, but being at the game here, he doesn't help out enough defensively at times when they need him.
We're watching that Hadji incident again, Rory.
Scandalous.
It's ridiculous.
He should have been booked. He should have been booked for that.
Yeah, I agree. It's terrible.
Also, if you were Barry Ferguson, his coaching staff, you would probably just show him a wee clip of it at half time and tell him never ever do that again.
He's already on a booking, Leanne, and
I just think when you're asking people to stand up, Rory, though, and be brave tonight and be aggressive and go and actually play with a bit of pride and look like you want to play for the jersey, that type of theatrics just doesn't wash with people.
John Robertson, some changes getting made there at McDermott Park.
Yeah, it's St Johnstone of Dre Wright's come off. He's been playing centre back actually. I had him down as a wing back, but he's moved into centre back there, and on comes Barry Douglas, who played there on Sunday, so he's on. And there's a couple of changes for County as well. I can see Greaves is certainly on the pitch. I saw Jordan White and George Robson getting warmed up, so I wouldn't think it'll be long before those two are on the park.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Fir Park, Stephen Craig, and I saw Tony Docherty having a word with a few people on his bench here. Do you think he'll have to change something soon in this game?
Well, he's sticking as he is, Kenny, at this moment in time. He'll probably give the players 10 or 15 minutes time just to see if what he said at half-time resonates to the players on the pitch, because they need to carry a little bit more of a threat. And when you look at Adewumi and you look at Simon Murray and Tiffany, there's certainly plenty of ability in that team. It's just making sure it all connects up and you can be great. Oh, John McCracken's really lucky. Long ball over the top. He comes out, he makes a mess of it. Thankfully the ball doesn't drop to Thompson, who made a really good run forward. But the last thing they need is to go 2 goals behind, because Motherwell then have the option to sit back and be difficult to play against and be stuffy. So they will be desperate to get the next goal in the game to give them Motherwell life.
Yeah, big game there.
Kenny, yes. Jordan White and George Robson aren't actually on. They've started. He's taken, Don Cowie, as I said, didn't have a shot at goal. He's took both these strikers off, so Hale and Phillips are off, and here's a chance for Randall. Oh, first effort from Ross County. He just smashed one about a yard past the post there. So County have changed the 2 strikers. It's off go Hale and Phillips. On come White and Robertson, and Randall has their first shot at goal, but it's still 0-0.
Decent strike, wasn't it? Very clean strike there from the edge of the area, just past the post. Just seen a replay coming in here now.
Unlucky. On target, it certainly would have caused a problem for the goalkeeper, I think.
Alan, what sort of reaction from the home fans there at Tynecastle after that first half performance?
A bit muted, to be honest. Really good from the St Mirren fans. You can imagine 700-800 of them through in the capital city tonight. But Hearts haven't played particularly well, not created anything. St Mirren, it's been really comfortable for them. Their back three have been excellent, really good against Hearts 2 and 1 off with Shanklin. Stevie Robinson's got his tactics spot on so far, so it's Neil Critchley who's got the problem ahead, Kenny, tonight. And I think he'll give it 5-10 minutes before they'll start to make changes. I would imagine also, because Olasanya, his performance on Saturday, I would imagine we'll see him shortly as well for St Mirren.
Yeah, he's been very, very good, you'd have to say, and that pace that he has got has been absolutely electric. Just approaching half-time there, just into stoppage time now, Rory, at Rugby Park.
Yeah, Rangers seem a lot more of the ball now, certainly than they were in the first half an hour of the match. There's 4 minutes added on, there's about 20 seconds left, so Rangers are going to need to throw the ball into the box at this point if they want to try and get an equaliser before half-time. A lot of passing, but not much. Yeah, they've swung it in, Hadji swung it in, it's been cleared, so it looks like it's going to be 2-1 at half-time.
Yeah, we'll bring you...
That is half-time, Kenny. Come on at 2, Rangers win.
Right, and I can see Stephen again, the team's back out at Tannadice.
Yeah, back out. Wondering what kind of second half we'll get. I know you touched on how tight the league is. Does this game become a must-not-lose for both sides? Hopefully not. Hopefully it starts again the way the game started, but a huge 45 come up for both sides.
Who's impressed you tonight in both sides there, Stephen?
Do you know the standout for me in the park? Maybe I'm a bit biased, the midfielder, but Savelj, a lot spoken about Dundee United defending the box so well, but he just reads the game brilliantly. He's always in the right places. He's never panicking and rushing and sprinting over to plug gaps. He's always just in the right place, and he just breaks things up perfectly for Dundee United while starting off the attack.
A couple of changes for St Mirren, Kenny, at half-time.
Yes.
Off go Ayunga and Alabiosu, and on come Olasanya, as we said, and Bumomo as well. He's on in the second half.
Yeah, listen, he's put together a decent squad there, you'd have to say. Stephen Robinson, and what a result. I mean, you think about that, Tom. If they could go back-to-back, albeit we know Rangers are really poor right now, but if they could go back-to-back, Ibrox and Tynecastle.
Oh, that's sensational,
isn't it?
That'd be outstanding. Biscuits, I want to know, why is he making 2 substitutions when
maybe
they're 1-0
injuries,
up?
Tom, honest, I think injuries because they've played well, they've been the better side in that opening period, so I would think maybe injuries, you know, that's all I can think of.
Kenny, when you think that when St Mirren beat Rangers on Boxing Day, they lost their next 4 games, and I'll have no doubt that will have been in the mind of Stephen Robinson. That will have been mentioned to the players. You can't rest on your laurels just because you've won a game against one of the old firm. Doesn't mean to say the next game's going to be easy for you, so there's no surprise to me they've turned up bang at it tonight. He's probably just freshened it up at half-time. You talk about Olasanya, Hearts are going to have to squeeze the game a little bit more. He works better when there's more space in behind for him to play, so they've earned that space by getting that goal. So it'll be interesting to see how that game pans out.
Hearts haven't exactly peppered St Mirren's goal, have they?
No,
Biscuits. It's a good, really controlled performance by St Mirren.
They've been very good, Tom. They've been on top, they've been the better side for both possessions.
And in terms of your game, Stephen Craigan, for Motherwell fans tuned in tonight, you said there's a decent crowd, there's an incentive to bring more fans into that game, but looking at that game tonight, what have you seen that's different under the new manager?
Just the fact that the centre halves in particular, Kenny, aren't just throwing the ball forward. They're trying to find midfield players, they're trying to find a forward with a little bit more quality on the ground. The midfield were dominant in the first half. Tony Dockery has made a little tactical change at half time. He's went to a back 4, he's pushed Josh Mulligan into midfield just to try and match up Motherwell's players in there because they were dominant in that area, and it's given them a little bit more of a foothold in the game. They've had better possession, they had a couple of corner kicks, so clearly the change in Tony Dockery has been better. But for Motherwell, 2 halves are never the same. Just because you play well in the first half, it doesn't mean to say you come out in the second half and it naturally just starts to flow for you again. So it's a bit more stuffy for them in the second half, but they'll have to try and find where their spur players are and how they can dictate the game and be in possession again.
A brighter start for the away side in Perth there, John Robertson. You were saying pre-match you felt it's more or less a must-win for Saints tonight, this game.
Yeah, absolutely, given the situation they're in. They're 6 points behind the start of play tonight, and to be fair, they've shown that urgency. The Dre Wright was good at the back, he's had to come off, but Jason Holt has been outstanding in the middle of the park. He's kept it ticking along, they've knocked the ball about, they've created, as I say, 3 outstanding, or they've brought 3 outstanding saves out from Jordan Amisa, and that shot from Randall was County's first 40. It tells you everything. Tells you everything you need to know, that Don Cowie's hauled his two strikers off at half-time, and he's brought fresh legs on with White and Robinson up front. But that was the first 47 minutes. The first shot they've had at goal, still not hit the targets. But St Johnstone will be kicking themselves, because they should have been ahead. And as I said, they've showed better urgency. But this Ross County team, as I say, they just keep playing away and playing away. And I'm sure that at some stage they'll start to cause problems. But we're 52 minutes in, and it's still goalless.
Another half chance there for the home side, Stephen Craig, and it looks as if Tony Docherty's about to ring the changes.
Well, he's making the change. I think is that Astley's taken off and he's bringing on Joe Shogginson. Joe Shogginson's been out for a long time with a cruciate knee injury. I can't think if he played at the weekend, but certainly he's back onto the pitch just to bring a little bit of defensive solidity.
Stephen, he didn't come on at the weekend. But Tony Dock, has he changed to a back four tonight?
He has now. He started with the back three, but he's changed to a back four now.
He done that exactly the same at County when they went. I think they were 3-1 down, but after an hour he changed to a back four and they were a bit better. Nearly a goal for Ross County there. Campbell with a free header. Ball whipped in from Chilvers. Campbell's headed it straight at Fisher. That was probably his first touch of the game, actually.
Yep, that was a decent chance there.
It's been 8 minutes this season, Joe Shogginson.
Is that all?
8th of February, 8 minutes against Airdrie in the Cup.
Yeah, he's a big bonus for them, because you talk about players who are aggressive in both boxes. The one thing Joe Shogginston wants to do is head the ball. Sometimes defenders are good in one box defensively, but when they go up to the attacking box, they tend not to go for it. But he's very good in both boxes, so that's something Tony Docherty will need in this game, if not moving forward.
You'd wonder, Craigs, if he was there all season, would that defensive record look as ropey as it does? Yeah,
but possibly, Tom. Tony was probably limited with options a little bit, because Portales is out tonight as well, isn't he? So that's another blow for them, another player missing in that area of the pitch. So yeah, they've got work to do, but there's no point in looking back at the goals they've conceded. They just have to make sure they're better from here on in.
Any chances, Steve McGinn, early stages, second half up there at Tannadice?
No, a couple of half chances. Dundee United players are very upset, believe it or not, with whether Martin Boyle ran the ball over the touchline or not after the weekend. It was pretty funny up here in the gantry. Sam Dalby has just had a half chance for Hibs, but really good for Dundee United, but good cover from Iredale. But yeah, really stuffy start, that being the highlight, that moment.
What did anyone make of that incident at Easter Road where the ball was it in, was it out? Is anyone concerned with the process that was involved there?
Kenny, I just think that the assistant on the side has got the best view in the ground.
Right.
And I think Brendan's got a point. I still think it looked out, but I certainly think he's got a point that the camera angle is from 18 yards. So it's not clear and obvious. It's not factual either. So I don't know why he's got involved when the assistant, who's got the best view in the house, said it's in. But it looked out to me.
Yeah, I've certainly not seen anything that was definitive, Tom.
Well, I've seen, and I suspect some people out there in Twitter land can play around with these angles. Yeah. But I've seen one that's definitively in, and I've seen another that's definitively out.
I think there was one at Newcastle. There was one at Newcastle last year, and I think Gary Neville actually showed it where it looked like the ball was out, but
that's
obviously
right.
Hovering over the top of the line. Yeah. It's still in.
Decent opportunity for Motherwell again, Kenny. It's taken them probably 10 minutes to get the grips with Dundee's shape, but Dom Thompson down the left-hand side fizzed the ball across, and Tom Sparrow, the opposite wing back, came in, had the header, didn't put it on target, but it's a little flurry up the pitch. But Dundee have definitely been better. I know Robbo said they changed their 4 up at Dingwall at the weekend and they were better. They've changed at half-time, therefore, and they have certainly been better in the second half so far.
The first booking of the night, Boyd Muntz it is for the heavy challenge on Shanklin. Thankfully, Shanklin's back up. First yellow card.
Alan, what's been missing from this Hearts performance tonight?
Nunoff's not played a lot of football. Cartoon, this is his starting debut. They're not really at it at the moment. They can't really get on the ball. They're certainly missing energy. Devlin, who's still out with concussion, unfortunately. And Spittle, for me, with Penrice, always has a really good partnership down this left-hand side. That's gone because it's Nunoff that's there, and he doesn't give the same. He's a good player, Nunoff, but it just doesn't give the same as Spittle as going forward with a threat. So I think that it won't be too long before they start to make the changes here.
Yeah, so far so good for St Mirren through in the capital there. Mandron with that goal. A bit fortunate, but it was a really nice finish from the big striker. That goal coming after 37 minutes. We had some early goal action at Tannadice. Ross Graham on 6 minutes deflected. Kukarevich equalised on 18. Motherwell a bullet header from Dan Casey on 12 minutes. Dreadful defending again from Dundee. St Johnstone 0, Ross County 0. Saints certainly the better opportunities in the first half. Ross County a couple of half chances in the second period, and we're at half time. 8 o'clock kick-off down at Rugby Park. Kilmarnock leading Rangers by 2-1. Joe Wright on 11 minutes, Brad Lyons on 14. At that point they were going forward at will. They had so many opportunities, had Kilmarnock. Barry Ferguson made a change. Rangers back in at Vaclav Cherny on 35 minutes. Just wonder, Tom, what it would take for Rangers to try and secure him and this investment that we're expecting to come in the summer, if that potential.
Dundee, sorry, Kenny, Dundee are appealing for a handball.
All right.
I think it's Andy Halliday. Scott Tiffany skips inside from the left-hand side.
Chance.
Cross into the box. It looks as if it possibly hit Andy Halliday's arm, but is it outstretched? Is it out with the natural width of the body? I'm not so sure, but the Dundee players were adamant. So Lloyd Wilson, the referee, has held play up. He will now be speaking to VAR to see if there is a check, and there is a check going on for it.
It's a real chance for St Mirren there. It's a lovely corner in. I think it's Taylor with a header, middle of the 6-yard box, just flicks it wide. Almost 2-0 to St Mirren.
Yeah, that was a great chance, Alan. Yeah, it was Taylor. He went well there, just put it wide. So we're still waiting. We've not had a replay, have we?
Just seen it there, Kenny.
Gordon saved it. Chance again. Another hit. I thought he was offside. I really did. I thought he was offside with a chance. Double chance for St Mirren there. It's gone away again.
I think with the initial view just at the handball, it didn't look to me like it was an outstretched arm. If it's Andy Halliday, Craigs, did you say
he lean into it slightly?
It looks to me like he leans in, but it looked. No. I've only seen it once. If anything, it came off the top part of the arm.
I think a cheer of relief around Fir Park from the home fans. The referee has waved play on.
Right,
no penalty.
Yeah, this could be a huge 3 points for the new Motherwell manager, Michael Vimmer, just his second game in charge there. Let's get back to Tannadice. We thought we could be in for a goal fest early doors up there, Stephen, but fairly cagey since then.
Yeah, it's both sets of players maybe taking that extra touch and see a pass forward and maybe going with the safer option. It does feel like a real significant game, but with both teams hoping to be in the top 6 and still to play each other, I don't blame the players maybe for taking that.
Here's a chance for Hearts. Wilson! That's a mistake in the back post. Really poor from Taylor. Just a long ball. Goes over the top of Gorgic. Taylor gets himself in all sorts of trouble facing his own goal. And there's young Wilson. He plowed it home from about 7 yards. Hearts 1. St Mirren 1.
Dreadful defending, wasn't it?
Seen some defending tonight, haven't we? We really have.
Nice cool finish by the youngster, but
good player him, isn't he?
Yeah.
Good finish from Wilson. He really has been a bit of a shining light as well this season.
He's got 2 wee brothers in the academy that are coming on as well.
Is that right, Alan?
And hopefully all 3 of them will play for Northern Ireland, Alan.
They will do. Possible offside, there's a check.
All right.
Check.
It was a nice finish. He took it down his knee, Leanne, and just tucked the ball away, so we'll get a replay.
Yeah, I think it...
Very cool finish.
Yeah. It's in an offside position, but for me, he doesn't challenge for the ball. Wilson looked to me to be onside also when you deliberately defend.
He's onside as well. They say that Kamangu's off. You're right, he doesn't take part in the play.
No, he doesn't take part. I mean, he turns it in terms of face the ball, but for me, he's not impacting or impeding the
1-1.
Yeah, there you are, one apiece through.
Awful defending, but there's a lot of composure there, a lot of coolness.
He's anticipated it well though, because it should have been a simple clearance, but he's on the front foot. He's followed it in really well. Cool touch and finish, brings his side level.
Yeah, a big goal through there at Tynecastle. Any sign of a breakthrough at McDermott Park, John Robertson?
Not really. It's Ross County have been slightly the better side. You've had Randall has had an effort at goal, which was the sort of main one. And Campbell from a header from a corner. St Johnstone haven't created as many chances as they did in the first half. They're not quite getting as much of it their own way, but Ross County had to be better. I mean, they were dreadful. It's not like them at all because they've been really good. They've worked hard. They've been very difficult to break down, and I'd say if it wasn't for Jordan Misa, they could have found themselves way behind in this game, but they're right in there. And as I say, this is a team that will work their socks off. They're not getting much away at the back, and you wouldn't bet against them getting a goal, but I think St Johnstone have really got to push because they need the 3 points tonight, especially with Dundee losing and them having to visit Dundee on Saturday.
Yeah, just a wee note for Andy Halliday there at Fir Park, Stephen.
Yeah, Davos Rakowski is ready to go just in case. I think Andy Halliday will be okay to come on. I said he's been instrumental tonight. This is as good as I've witnessed him playing in the Motherwell jersey, and all because he's turned himself around and he's playing forward. He's not looking for centre-halves and goalkeepers in his own team. He's looking for centre-forwards and wide players moving forward. So he's been really good in the middle of the pitch. That'll be a big blow, but he's back on. He looks like he's moving okay.
Steve McGinn, how would you describe how Dundee United play? What are the key things for Jim Goodwin's team?
Well, I think like any Jim Goodwin team, the striker's the focal point. And Sam Dalby's grown into this game in the last 5 minutes. I was just thinking he's won his last 3 duels. They don't give much away. That guy in front, Sabelge, is really key in terms of snuffing out attacks, but they feed off the striker. They get the ball up front and then they want runners off him. He likes his wide players, Jim Goodwin. They like balls into the box. So I've got to throw in here. I've got everyone in the park apart from Will Ferry in the box. Another opportunity for Dundee United.
Have you seen much from Martin Boyle tonight?
No, he's been largely frustrated. He's constantly trying to make runs off of Kukaravi, who has came up against Declan Gallagher or Adeboye or Graham and not got much success, but he's constantly that willing runner and a constant threat for Hibs.
Yeah, one apiece up there at Tannadice. Let's continue then. We're just waiting. Rory Loy is down at Rugby Park for us, just waiting for the second half to get underway. Rangers finished the half quite strongly after a fairly disastrous opening half hour or so, Rory.
Yeah, it's an understatement. You can concede 2 goals, it can happen, but it's the manner of the goals they conceded that were really poor. But they did in the last 15-20 minutes of the half. They looked dangerous going forward and looked ever so slightly better defensively. Not good, but ever so slightly better. So I don't expect any changes at half time from either side, because Kilmarnock have been good in that first half. Derek McInnes would be hugely frustrated to concede a goal, and I think Barry Ferguson would have seen enough in the last 20 minutes of the half to stick with what was on the pitch at the end of the first half going into the second.
Choice of listening once again on Sports, and stick with us. BBC Sounds 92 to 95 FM for open all mics. For full commentary of Kilmarnock against Rangers, tune to Radio Scotland Extra Digital and 810 medium wave, and both of these options are available online.
The Scottish Premiership
from BBC Radio Scotland.
You're tuned to Open All Mics on BBC Radio Scotland. Let's then get back around the grounds and get an update for you just as the teams come back out at Rugby Park. First stop, Tannadice. Dundee United at home to Hibs. The latest there from Stephen McGinn.
Yeah, Dundee United have dominated the early stages of the second half. Sam Dalby coming in really into the game. He's playing right up against Jack Iredale and having a lot of success aerially. They've won a succession of throw-ins and they've got a free kick currently in a dangerous area. Ryan Strange just about to deliver. And it's a chance, a goal! I think it is Dalby. As I said, he's been growing into the game. Really a big threat for Hibs in the air. And I'm not sure who gets the final touch, but Dundee United 2, Hibs 1.
It's Dalby, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Dalby. Yeah. Great delivery again, back area. Super
it's the way he attacks the ball, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of power.
Saturday was fantastic. It was a brilliant
Jordan
header.
Smith seems to misjudge the flight of the ball. Should he do better, Leanne?
I'll maybe get a better look at it here.
Yeah, he just waves at it, doesn't he?
Yeah, Jordan Smith.
He gets his position.
I don't know why. I actually don't know why he's come out, because it's far too much height on the ball for him to go and get any decent contact. He looks to try and get that left hand just to almost flick it beyond the players that are rushing in.
Cost a few goals, I'm telling you now.
Gets it so wrong.
13 and 26 for Dalby.
Yeah, the league's top scorer. What an acquisition he has been. He is here for the remainder of the season, of course. He is on loan from Wrexham. That's a powerful header of that post. Oh, are they? Right, okay. We'll try and get another look at that, hopefully in the next minute or so. Just waiting for that replay to come. We can see the referee just telling the players that is that.
It did look like a tight line, to be fair, Kenny.
If it's offside.
If it is, it's marginal.
Goal music are still going.
It looks on. I actually think the player nearest the.
Oh, what a goal!
A big chance!
Hearts have turned around. It's Nunoff. He's been out for months. It's a move up the right-hand side. It's played into Nunoff. He's checked back for his left foot and his right. And then from 25 yards, he bends it into the far corner. What a finish that is.
And John Robertson, goal of McDermott.
Goal McDermott. Akil Wright makes a huge mistake. He miscontrols the ball. Duke McKenna gets in, should score, and Misa makes another brilliant save. It comes out to Mackenzie Kirk. He blasts it home. St Johnstone 1, Ross County 0. It could be a massive goal for the home side.
Yeah, that could be huge, couldn't it, for St Johnstone?
I said earlier that they've won a couple of games. They've been done something that the teams around them at the bottom of the league haven't been doing. They've won a few games.
Yeah.
They're ahead now. This could be a huge night
Possible
for them.
offside at Tynecastle again.
Okay, keeping an eye on it, Alan. I've seen it now.
Still checking it, Tannadice.
Don't know about the offside at Tynecastle, Alan.
Is it Kabangu coming back onside for an offside position? Or is it Shankland in front of the keeper?
I know. It might be more. I think it might be more in front of the keeper.
Do you think
if there is a look, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. And over at Robbo's game, certainly good play from Kirk, just following up the rebound. Picks up a good area. A really big goal for St Johnstone tonight.
Big check here at Tynecastle, still going on.
Now, these are two long checks, particularly at Tannadice. That is a long check from the VAR team. Up there's a big moment. We can see Jim Goodwin there on the touchline, hands in his pockets, praying that this goal will be given. Dalby's been a terrific signing for them. Just confirmation of that goal from Mackenzie Kirk. 66 minutes, St Johnstone 1, Ross County 0. Still we wait for that one. Still we wait at Tynecastle as well. Two big moments in the Scottish Premiership this evening. It's taken a lot of time. We're just looking at the referee now. Is he getting spoken to at the moment? He's speaking to his officials at the moment.
The Says are now checking for handball.
Oh, right.
So I'm assuming then they've cleared the offside.
Goal at Tynecastle, 2-1 Hearts.
Alan, I've got no idea who was supposed to be or could have been offside in that goal. Honestly, I don't know why that's taken as long. I've obviously missed something. Every attacking phase looked good. And still we wait at Tannadice.
There's about 10 people up here with laptops watching the goal back. Nobody can really tell.
No, it looks good to me, Stephen. I would need to say it. I've not had
He's brought over both captains, so I'm not sure what's going on.
I wonder if there's a problem with VAR.
I bet it's a VAR problem.
Because we did go back to the beginning of the game. We saw him speaking with both managers there.
Yeah.
Right, so this will be really
this is
interesting.
when I believe referees should be mic'd up. Oh, he's not giving the goal.
No goal.
No goal.
Right, that's really interesting that he's speaking to both captains. We're going to Declan Gallagher really frustrated there. We're going to hear about this. No doubt at all.
Looks as if he's gave a foul against Dalby.
VAR must be working there. Must be working.
But why would he speak to both captains?
Just to explain the situation, I suppose. I don't know whether he thinks Dalby here is climbing, is he? I thought it looked just a powerful header, I think. Dalby seems bewildered as well. I don't think he's got a clue.
So are both clubs analysts up here. Nobody can really understand what's going on.
Or do they think it's maybe come off his arm right enough, Stephen? But
couple of changes
no
at
idea.
Tynecastle. Neuenhoff has just scored a brilliant goal, and Khartoum have come off, and on come Grant and Spittle.
Did you make it up the ladder okay, Tannadice, Stephen?
Just about dragged myself up.
It's the
Terrible,
tightest
you've
ladder
got
in
to
football.
You've got to try and carry all your stuff.
I know, it's a nightmare.
It's one of the steeper ones. What's happening at Rugby Park Road, early stages, second half?
Both sides have come out and look like ball over the top. It's in the arms of Kieran O'Hara. Both teams have started the second half relatively well. Kilmarnock had a bit of a stramash in the Rangers box, couldn't quite get the shot away, and Rangers have shown a little bit more at the start of this half than they did at the start of the first. Ridvan Yilmaz has added a little bit more energy. He's given the ball away a couple of times, but Fraser Murray has pinned him back.
Yeah, that's got to be. You think that would be a booking? I would think. Seemed to be an elbow right across the face. Yellow card, yeah, Tynecastle. It is for Mandron. Goes right across his left arm, right across my calf. Still on the ground.
Just having a wee look at that one there.
we've not seen it properly.
No, I didn't get a good look at that one, Alan. I'm still waiting for a proper replay.
We're also trying to get guidance on this Dundee United. The Dalby goal has been ruled out. No one seems to have a clue what that's about.
Yeah.
Is that just in general, Tom?
Yeah, well, as regards me, Biscuits, for sure. I would definitely fall into that category.
Hibs have made a double change anyway. Martin Boyle and Kukravi both off like for Kieran Bowie and Dwight Gale. Dundee United were dominant in the game, and Dave Gray, while that goal was going on, whatever happened with it, he was dealing with a double sub. So change of front line for Hibs.
Right, let's get back to the game at McDermott Park. A huge goal there from Mackenzie Kirk for the home side. John Robertson, are they deserving of their lead right now?
Yes, absolutely. As I said, they dominated the first half in terms of possession and chances. And they say Jordan Missa kept them in the game, and Vernier kept them in the clean sheet there, because his first save from Duke McKenna was outstanding, and unfortunately for him it felt Mackenzie Kirk who rattled it home. County haven't really responded from then. It's got the crowd up. The crowd were just beginning to get a wee bit restless, but they know how important this is, and I don't think Don Cowie so far after 72 minutes will be entirely enthused by how his team's played, especially first half. They started the second half a little bit better, as you said, but St Johnstone are definitely deserve to be ahead. As I say, in this, if the results stay the same tonight, gives them hope going into the match on Saturday against Dundee at Dens Park. There could be just 3 points in it.
So we have a situation now where nobody at Tannadice, nobody anywhere else, knows why that goal has been disallowed.
Goal! Cyril Dessers has scored from a James Tavernier corner. It comes in, and the marking's poor from Kilmarnock this time, and he heads it. I think it squirms through the legs of Kieran O'Hara, and we're all square. Kilmarnock 2, Rangers 2.
Massive celebrations there from Neil McCann and Barry Ferguson on that bench. This looked very unlikely halfway through that first half, Leanne.
No, it's a massive
Duke McKenna, should be 2-0. This is the pass of the night, Leanne. Wait till you see this. Graham Carey just smashes a volley right across the park from one side to the other. Duke McKenna's in, cuts in, blasts it, gets the deflection just past the post. What a pass from Graham Carey.
Yeah, brilliant stuff, Robbo. Really good stuff. Just going to look at that goal at Rugby Park.
He's got to save it, the keeper, isn't he?
Yes, the keeper's got to do better. There's a bit of a block. Yeah, it is, Rory. Yep. You can see the passion in the screen in front of us. Barry Ferguson, Neil McCann right out. I think Cyril Dessers as well, pointing to the bench. Don't know if it's something that's been worked off the training ground. It looked like a bit of a block, Rory. Robin Proper just blocking the zonal players. I think it was across the six, perhaps. Might be a bit of a goal check on it.
Know. Oh my God, that Phillips! That's a real bad challenge. Phillips on McCart. Red card, rightly so for me. Real poor challenge.
Right, we'll have a look, Alan. Here we go.
McCart wins the initial header, goes to challenge the second one. Phillips charges in. He's off the ground, he catches him. Looked a red card all day for me.
Right, Phillips, of course, is pleading his innocence. We're just waiting for a replay, Alan. There was quite a reaction from the Hearts players there. Phillips is over, I think, trying to apologise.
Alan, is he? Is it kind of a... It looked more like a coming together.
I've only seen it live, Leanne.
No, I've seen it. I've only seen it just that once.
McCart is lying out.
Yeah, he hasn't moved. Phillips has got that in his game, though, I would need to say, though, Alan, and I touched on that just with the game at Ibrox.
Can you enlighten me with it, Leanne?
I've not had another replay. Two players challenging for the header, and it looks like Phillips comes through.
I think it's
really
his shoulder
heavy.
that's caught him in the face.
Yeah, I just wonder if it looks.
They're going to check it. They're certainly going to check it.
I don't think it's a red.
It just didn't look nice.
No, I don't think it doesn't look good. He's went to his shoulder, Tom. Are you seeing? I know you're big on in terms of protecting the player and a head injury.
I think
he apologises straight away, does he not?
He does. He's very apologetic.
I think it's reckless. I think he's gone with his shoulder.
Yeah, but reckless doesn't mean red.
Yeah, reckless is the yellow card.
It doesn't necessarily mean red, but it is reckless, and he's gone with his shoulder by the looks to the head.
I genuinely don't think it's a red, Alan.
It's going to be downgraded, I would think. He's going to go and have a look. And I keep saying this about this referee. I'd like to go to his house and see what shape his telly is.
He's went with his body, Alan, more than... It's not an elbow, he's not led with the arm.
No.
It's...
I've got to have a look at.
I think the player's reaction is interesting because he was very apologetic right away there, Phillips, wasn't he?
He plays on the edge, Kenny Phillips. He does. He's a type of player that he likes the physical contact, and I think he's he certainly caught McCart.
To be fair to him, he's overseeing Jamie McCart. It's, you know what I mean, football's like that. You go up for it, you have a go.
He's late, there's no contact in the ball.
He's overseeing him, making sure he's all right. Thankfully McCart's now back on his feet. It just didn't look nice. It was as if it was a big, you know,
it kind of catches me
up in the air and then just comes
the way he catches McCart when he wins the header. He's almost he's dangling mid-flight. McCart. That's him when the body contact for Phillips arrives. It's a really heavy contact, but for me, it's a mistimed header for me.
It looks like head on head, and then there's a head when he falls.
If he's looking to try and...
Before he falls, it looks like he's...
I don't think he's got his eye on the ball though, has he?
Looks like his head hits the ground.
Does he have his eye on the ball?
He's not got his eye on the ball.
It's not the type of challenge that you don't see too often. Like, you see this quite often, I think. Stuart Kettlewell made a big thing about it as well.
I think it's a red card.
He was rescinding it, I think.
I think it's a red card.
Shouldn't see. We don't know what's happening, really.
He's played the man there.
No red, that's a yellow.
It's the type of challenge you see a lot of the time where a player's up there competing for the header and a player bashes him and knocks him off balance and never wins the ball. Just in that instance, there's probably a bit more speed from Phillips. Yeah, aye. You would struggle to find a criteria though, Tom, I think, for a red card other than mistiming it and
But if it's head on head, I think that's a case for a red. I'm not saying it is a red.
Is he looking at the ball when he challenges?
He kind of turns his back.
I don't think he is.
Turns kind of side on it, Alan.
Anyway, the decision's
you make your own mind up as well. It's probably pretty subjective, but for me, I think a yellow was suffice.
For that Sam Dalby goal, we now have guidance.
Right, okay, let's hear that.
Tom.
Dundee United disallowed goal. Potential offside, but couldn't draw the lines on the second last defender due to other players blocking. Goal disallowed for factual overturn for Dundee United player.
Oh, Simon Murray's got the goal! Dan Casey's been very good all night long, but just one simple ball over the top. He mistimes his jump. Charlie Riley on as a substitute, gets behind him, puts it across the goal, and Simon Murray slides it in. The question will be, was he offside when he got on the end of the ball? Dan Casey seems to think so, but it's 1-1.
I thought he looked good, Craigs, in first viewing, and Simon Murray's celebrations will never disappoint me. The enthusiasm just ripped right out of him. I know, and then he forgot, remember? Then he apologised, then he celebrated again.
He went towards him and thought, well.
I know. So far, first attacking phase looks good. Ball over the top from he's onside. Craigs, ball coming back across. Marginal, Kenny, is it? Marginal ball goes forward. Do you think he's just slightly ahead of Kate?
It's so tight, Leanne.
Not sure who that recovering. It's Stephen O'Donnell, I think, actually the recovering defender.
This angle doesn't help.
Is the goalkeeper out of play by then? No. The goalkeeper plus the defender. I can't think where.
Yeah, I know.
Was. I don't know if he had come out.
Second angle we've got there. The goalkeeper's not even in the picture. Craigs. We'll wait for another one coming across the pitch.
Don't even have time to explain the Dundee United.
Let's hear it again then, Tom. Come on, sorry.
Right, go for it.
Okay. Dundee United disallowed goal. Potential offside, but couldn't draw the lines on the second last defender due to other players blocking. Goal disallowed for factual overturn for Dundee United player heading ball onto his own arm and directly into goal. Got that?
Yeah.
Right, we'll get the action. We'll get the action to that from the man.
In the end.
The player scores, it can't hit his hand and go in accidental or not. So if that's the case, then
Phillips is immediately taken off here, and Kilty's coming on. You can hear the response for the Hearts fans of that. Listen, fair enough, it's a yellow card, not red. That's what Bar's there for.
Right, here we go at Fir Park, Stephen Craig.
Yeah, the goal stands 1-1.
Yep, that goal stands. Simon Murray on 70.
Dundee have been getting better and growing into the game. The tactical change from Tony Docherty to put Josh Mulligan from right wing back into centre midfield has made a huge difference. He's got really good running power. He travels with the ball well. He's been aggressive from midfield, and Motherwell get tired. That's the fourth substitution they've made to try and bring energy into the game. But Dundee now are in the ascendancy with 10 minutes to go.
Right, let's go around the grounds. Let's start at Tannadice. Dundee United against Hibs, one apiece there. What's the latest, Steve McGinn?
That decision, there's a level of confusion amongst the home support. It's actually affected the atmosphere of the home fans. I think they don't know whether to be angry, disappointed, whether the referees came to, because they don't know that sitting watching the game unless they're tuning in.
That's the problem, Stephen. That is the problem, that nobody in that stadium knows what I have just said. We need to get to a space very, very quickly where there's in-stadium announcement for this stuff.
Yeah. I believe it's affected their atmosphere because it's almost shocked them. They don't know what's happened.
And are Hibs looking to take advantage on that?
Yeah, the subs have been bright. Bowie and Hoylett have came on, and they've been really bright in the counter-attack, and they're having a better spell now. Hibs fans are starting to believe there's something there for them in terms of the 3 points, but there is a bit of a cloud over the game at the minute because of that. What's the confusion over that decision?
Bowie looked a real handful, you'd have to say, against Celtic, didn't he, Leanne, on Saturday? Very impressive. A lot to his game.
Yeah, really good all-round player. Was a proper outlet at the weekend, certainly. But no, Stephen, you're right, and I think it's one of those ones the fans as well just now probably.
Goal! What a finish from Dessers!
There we go.
Yilmaz over the top. It's a wonderful ball. It's not a punt up the pitch, it's a through ball. They're all in the crowd, which I wouldn't advise doing, but it's a great ball from Yilmaz. And Dessers, who's been pretty anonymous out with these 2 goals, rifles it in with the right foot across the goalkeeper. They've turned it around. They've been great in this second half, I have to say. Kilmarnock 2, Rangers 3.
Yeah, Dessers in with the fans behind the goal there. It looked very, very unlikely a long time ago. That was another chance elsewhere.
Yeah, it was for a chance at Fir Park. Stephen O'Donnell with the long throw. Ball comes back to him in, swinging cross with his left foot, and Moses Abbey, who's on as a sub for Armstrong, has a header, but it's saved by John McCracken. This really has turned into a good game, because at 1-0 Motherwell, it's as if they were sitting back trying to defend the 1-0 lead. Now it's 1-1. They have to go for it.
Great finish from Dessers. Yeah, simple stuff from Yilmaz with the ball over the top. Dessers times his run perfectly well.
Finish in the corner.
Just waits for the bounce, coming over his shoulder. Really good. And you look at the celebrations, it's a bit OTT in the Rangers dugout.
I'd say Derek McInnes can't believe his eyes.
Neil McCann's going for the sports scene couch to piggybacking Barry Ferguson in the Rangers dugout.
Derek McInnes had made a change just before that goal went in. Donnelly came on for Armstrong. They changed their shape ever so slightly because Rangers were getting so much more domination of the ball. They were playing first half, they were probably playing with a little bit too much emotion at times, but they also weren't getting their distances right, and they were leaving their midfield and defence isolated. Whereas now, they've got their heads screwed on. They've been given instruction at half time, and they're taking far more responsibility, is one thing I would say.
Right, let's get to Tynecastle. Hearts 2, St Mirren 1. What's happening there, Alan Preston?
Hearts have been a better side in the second half. St Mirren have got very, very physical, really physical in the second half. O'Hara's just been booked there for another challenge on Taylor. They seem to have lost their way playing St Mirren.
Oh my goodness! Harry Payton down the left-hand side, a lovely cross, and nice. Second to the night. He scored from Motherwell. It called for Dundee's goal, and now he's made amends. Left foot volley from the penalty spot. No stopping that. Motherwell 2, Dundee 1.
What's he doing in there to start with?
I think it was off the corner kick. The Motherwell recycled the ball to Harry Payton.
Some finish.
Yeah, he does really well.
This is a cross incredible, and as much as Harry Payton put the pace on the ball, Dan Casey was left foot.
Directs it really well, though, Crags, doesn't he? Caresses it into the goals.
It's almost like his header, Leanne. The pace was on the ball,
yeah.
He powered the header in. The pace was on the cross, Payton, and he guides it into the bottom corner. Wow. Now, I did say the game on, I thought Dundee might have been looking stronger, but Motherwell really have capitalised on that. There's still, 6 or 7 minutes to go, but 2-1 to the home.
I'm not sure who it is at stand. I think there's a Motherwell player in an offside position in front of the goalie as the ball goes in.
He's restarted a handball there. No, what's going on here?
What's happening, Alan?
I don't think the ref's got a clue what's going on. Honestly, Hearts had a chance. Kabangu hits it, takes a deflection. The ref's lost the plot. I am telling you now. Hearts have a shot, yet he gives a free kick some 40 yards back. Don't think he knows what he's doing.
Who is the referee?
Ewan Anderson.
Ewan Anderson. Right, you're not a fan, Alan, clearly.
No, I didn't get it. The ball is played up the far end. Kabangu has a shot in the box. It's all playing on. There's a shot, it's deflected. Hearts fans are shouting for a penalty. It's not a penalty. It goes through to the goalkeeper. Then he points 40 yards back the park to give a foul to St Mirren. Why does he not give the foul to St Mirren before Hearts even have the attack?
Right, let's get to the game at McDermott Park. What a night this could be for Sima Valakari. We heard from him pre-match, and the St Johnstone side 1-0 up against Ross County. John Robertson's looking to 5 or 6 minutes.
And they're still good for it. It's 5 minutes to go here. The ball's whipped in. As I said, they dominated the first half. Amisa kept Ross County in the game. Don Cowie, rang the changes at half-time. He's brought all 5 subs on. They had a brief, couple of efforts at goal early in the second half, but St Johnstone have come back. They've got the goal. They nearly made it 2 with Duke McKenna's short deflected past and a Nicky Clark header there just over the bar. But as it stands, it's a massive 4 minutes plus injury time for them to get the chance to go to Dens Park on Saturday, just 3 points behind Dundee, ahead of them.
Oh, good save.
It's going to be nervous. It's still 1-0.
Alan Preston.
Kelty with a shot. Really good play by Kelty at the edge of the box. He cuts onto his left foot, drives it. Craig Gordon dives to his left, manages to save it.
It's amazing how quickly things change. Hearts, as a result of that comeback, into the top 6 at the expense of St Mirren. St Mirren now 7th, 34 points. Motherwell 34 points. Ross County 32, Killie 31, Dundee 27. St Johnstone just 3 points behind Dundee as things stand. And that was a half chance there at Fir Park, Stephen Craigan.
Yeah, I'm not too sure who got the header. It might have been Aaron Donnelly. It was an in-swinging corner from the left-hand side, and Donnelly just got the flick. It never really threatened Balcombe at any stage. It just drifted past the post. But this would be a huge 3 points for Motherwell. First and foremost, just to end that winless run. 7 games, 6 successive defeats, only 3 goals scored in that period. And just to break that with a new manager coming in, you want to try and give them some evidence that what you're telling them is working, and victories normally do that. Whereas Tony Docherty, they'll be desperate to leave at least with a point here tonight, and certainly won't give up the fight.
Early shout, Kenny, I'll tell you now.
Yep.
Simo Valakari keeps them up. Brendan Rodgers wins the treble, fair enough, but Valakari, that could be manager of the year stuff, keeping them up for where they took them over from, where they've been.
And imagine they get rid of Craig Levine, Rubble.
Yeah, I know, eh? The Rangers manager for 3 months.
This is on now. They're only 3 points behind, Kenny, as you say.
That's why when you asked the question earlier, Kenny, I think it was Michael said it a few weeks ago, there's no way back for them. But they knew, particularly with these 2 games, at home against Ross County and away to Dundee, they could get 6 points or 4 points. They're back in the fight.
Can he just start calling?
That's Michael though, Craig.
They'll survive shout.
God, you said that, not me.
He'll be listening. In fact, he was earlier, I can tell you that.
Wrote him off.
Oh, great block.
There's a chance. Oh, what a save. St Johnstone are getting nervous and they're retreating there, but County have worked it to Noah Kenny at the end of the box, smacked the shot. It's a good save from Fisher, but you can sense, I've got to say, St Johnstone fans have been absolutely brilliant tonight. The young team in the corner have been singing, but the rest of the crowd, particularly, have been right behind their side. They know the importance of this game, and they know the result at Fir Park, because it was a cheer when it was announced that Motherwell had gone 2-1 up, so they know what's going on. But we're 88 minutes in now, they're getting nervous, and County are starting to push them back.
Such a rare thing, a keeper actually holding on to a ball. So often they're palming it away these days.
Camera save, isn't it?
Yeah,
9 times out of 10.
That Craig Gordon you're talking about.
Well, I mean, what was he like at the weekend again?
There's actually 2 on our screens there. Alan,
sorry, he's just done it. It was a great ball in, and Craig Gordon just comes up. The corner to St Mirren, he just plucks it out there. He saved it the weekend. Deary me.
What can you say? I mean, absolutely outstanding. Just seeing the pictures there of Stephen Robinson, wondering how on earth he can get his side back into this game. And it all turned on that defensive mistake, didn't it, from Taylor, Alan?
It did, yeah. A complete turnaround in the second half. St Mirren were in control, didn't create a lot, scored a goal, but had total control of the game. But the second half has been different. It's not finished yet, Kenny. Still, 4 minutes to go, plus we'll have time added on for the couple of VAR checks. Obviously the treatment to Jamie McCart as well, it's taking a bit of time, so there's a bit of time to go here.
Any sign
of
a
really heavy challenge again.
Right.
On McCart again. I mean, Hearts have lost Devlin to concussion. I just wonder how McCart's feeling, because he's had 3 or 4 real heavy challenges.
Just seeing it there. Let's get back to the game at Tannadice. Real controversy there in terms of a VAR decision. We'll get reaction to that. Any sign of a winner up there, Steve McGinn?
Well, Jim Goodwin's went for it. He's brought in Fiorini and Babunski for Ferry.
4 minutes of added on time. The Johnson fans are not happy. But there's 4 minutes to go.
Corner to Hibs.
Yeah, corner to Hibs there. So both sides going for it, Stephen.
Yeah, you feel as if it was going to peter out. There have been a few injuries, a few stoppages. Both managers, you would think, happy enough with a point in terms of Aberdeen losing last night. But Hibs have been more dominant in the last 10-15 minutes, and another opportunity to get into Dundee United's box here.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. And Fir Park, any sign of Dundee getting back into it, Stephen?
Well, get 7 minutes to do it, Kenny. Right. 7 minutes added on, so that will give Tony Docherty and his players lots of encouragement, whereas Motherwell there thinking, come on, we're trying to close in on 3 points here. But yeah, listen, there's plenty of fight left on this side, no doubt about it. We've got all the attacking players on. It's all about just finding that moment.
A very cynical challenge there at Rugby Park, Rory Loy.
Yeah, followed by a poor touch. It wasn't a great ball into him from Yilmaz. It was into Robin Proper, kind of halfway up his own half, and he's taken a loose touch and just wiped Fraser Murray out. Quite rightly booked. Kilmarnock have a free kick. Quite far out, to be fair. They'll probably have to put it in the box, this one.
Astonishing that it's 71 minutes and Robin Proper's just been booked, to be fair, Rory. Considering the start to the game that he had.
I know, he did have
71 minutes and he's still on the pitch.
Well, it was NC Allen that got taken off, and it could have been Proper, to be fair. But as I've said before, they've not actually changed too much, the management team, in terms of the tactics in the second half. They made that personnel change. Tavernier's been pretty good at right centre back. Yilmaz has been good at right back. I just think they've taken on instruction better, and they've taken more responsibility, taking the ball in more difficult areas, and Kilmarnock want a penalty, it doesn't look it to me. Taking the ball in more difficult areas, taking responsibility, brought others into play, and they've been really good in this second half, to be fair.
A very nervy couple of minutes ahead in McDermott Park, John Robertson.
Yeah, it is, and it's amazing how things here. The ball's been knocked out for a high kick for Ross County. Misa's trying to take it quick. St Johnson subs deliberately kicks the ball at the park, and the referee's cracking up at Misa, telling him to take it off. It's rolled about 6 inches onto the park. But yeah, they're nervous. They've got 2 minutes and 45 seconds. There's a yellow card for Fisher now. The referee tonight's been terrible, honestly. McFarlane.
There's a chance for St Mirren. Blocked.
He's been really nippy, and he's booked a couple of St John's.
Chance for Hibs. Bowie's through. What, 2-1 to Hibs?
Oh!
The Hibs end's gone mental. He's been excellent since he came on, Kieran Bowie. I thought he was really good on Saturday, and it's an unbelievable finish.
Brilliant.
Sensational finish.
He's a player, Leanne, isn't he?
Wow. Top class. What a finish.
And the fans, you can see the picture, Stephen, they're going nuts there.
It's absolute limbs in behind the goal.
What a week.
It's great play from Hibs, so to be fair.
David Gray, he's always nonplussed. He's got the hands in the pockets, high up the jacket there. Quite nonplussed.
Just checking to make sure his heart is still there.
Waiting for VAR to get involved, I'm sure, as well. Don't celebrate too early. That's the key lesson up there.
Do you know what? About a minute ago, Dundee United didn't. David Dickinson gave a goal kick. It was a clear corner for Dundee United.
Do you know what?
Goodwin really wasn't happy.
That's the thing. We
Here
saw
comes
pictures.
the cavalry at St Johnstone.
Wonder what that was.
45 seconds to go. Free kick, Ross County.
All right, John, we'll stay with you. We'll stay with you, John. The keeper's gone up. Oh, we love this.
Silly. Amisa's 6'6", and he's standing at the near post. You think he'd just get in a sticky things here at the end, and now he's in a better position.
6 added on minutes at
30
Tynecastle.
seconds to go.
Here we go, John.
Massive. The St Johnstone fans have gone quiet for the first time tonight, especially the two in front of me. Here it goes. It's come to the edge of the box. Falls to Nisbet. Oh, well blocked. They're claiming handball, Ross County. I don't think so. I think Douglas gets out there. The referee will stop it. They'll check it. But it looks like he just got there and blocked it. What do you think, Leanne?
Oh, Kenny's got a closer view than I have.
His arm was out. But we saw one earlier and it looks like it hit his arm and it hit the body.
But he's not that far away when he gets there. That could be saving grace, because the referee's giving a throw in. So here it comes. There's a long throw going to be coming in from Campbell.
John Cowie's asking what on earth's happening here.
The keeper's staying up as well. Everybody is up.
All I can see is Manners are going nuts on my screen here.
They don't need it, but they're going for it. St Johnstone need to hang on. It's headed to edge of box. Amisa takes a touch. Randall's got it. Randall's going to Basie. Free kick, St Johnstone. That should be it. And that is it. Massive result. St Johnstone won Ross County. And you would think St Johnstone were back at Hampden winning the cup, because the crowd are going nuts. St Johnstone won, Ross County 0, and thoroughly deserved.
Brilliant stuff there from John Robertson. What a result that is for The Perth Saints, just seen Sima Valakari again looking very, very cool there. Just to go back to your game, Stephen, again, I did wonder, I saw the pictures of Jim Goodwin going nuts just before that Hibs goal, but you've explained he was furious at a decision just before that.
Yeah, it was quite a clear corner to Dundee United. You could tell from the spin of the ball, the way it came off the Hibs player, it was a corner, and less than a minute later it's in the back of your net. And what we spoke about all night is such a huge night. You're dealing with the frustration of the VAR and all the confusion around that, and then from thinking you're winning a corner to potentially win the game, you go 2-1 behind a minute later. So absolutely appreciate his frustration.
Right, next
they're
up,
piling on the pressure
yes,
here.
Alan,
Corner to St Mirren, they're absolutely throwing everyone forward. Hearts have got everyone back, so corner 3 standing, 2 standing in front of Craig Gordon. It's going to be bent in swinging with the left foot, going to be right under Craig Gordon's bar. Good header away by McCarthy. He's been outstanding, I've got to say that. It's not away yet though. There's a foul. Spittle brought down, free kick, pressure off. 2.5 minutes to go at Tynecastle.
Right, let's
lead 2-1.
Let's get to the game at Fir Park. Stephen Craigan.
Yeah, we're in the last minute, Kenny. Dundee had a succession of corners there. John McCracken came up to Wanda Maswanisi. He was marking him. He was moving like a centre forward. He was going short and spinning in behind, trying to get away from Maswanisi. Motherwell eventually get the ball cleared, and really it's all just about hanging on now. McCracken has the ball back in his hands in his own box, but Motherwell still carried a threat. They're trying to squeeze the ball, but Dundee, they're playing about 7 up front. No idea what the shape are. For Motherwell, they've got just over 30 seconds to try and hang on.
When the 7:45 games are done and dusted, we'll switch to the commentary. It was an 8 o'clock kick-off at Rugby Park, and an incredible turnaround there, Rory Loy.
Yeah, it really is. He's about to make a double substitution. Tom Lawrence and Bajrami are about to come on. Jack Butland had to burn his toes though just a moment ago. The shot went in and he had to tip it just round, not round the post, sorry, tipped it out the other side, and he was can be pleased with the save he made. And up the other end, Kieran O'Hara did exactly the same thing.
Full-time whistle at Fir Park, sorry Rory. Motherwell 2, Dundee 1.
That is a huge win there for the new manager, his second game in charge, and they have got a vital 3 points at home there to Dundee. Real struggles now, real concern for Tony Docherty's side. When he comes off that pitch tonight, he'll find out that the side closest to him at the bottom of the table, St Johnstone, have got a vital win. And don't forget, these two sides meet at the weekend at Dens Park. That should be an absolute belter. Yeah, good, should be great.
Absolutely. I think you should canvass the league as well for more midweek games. This has been brilliant.
Listen, I love a midweek. We've had a few the past couple of seasons. They've been absolutely tremendous. And Leanne, you said it before kick-off time. When we looked at the games tonight, there was so much at stake.
There was, yeah, and there always is. And results now mean that every result will impact what's going to happen in the league, and it tees up the weekend, as you say, really, really well. I think I read a stat earlier as well for St Johnstone. That's their first win in 10 midweek away games. So they, before tonight, probably were the only team canvassing for less midweek games. But they've come out and top tonight, and what a huge result that is.
It was nervy. I'd love to see that claim for handball, but that just kind of disappeared, didn't it, right at the end?
It did, yeah.
Yeah, and Don Cowie was asking.
Pretty clear cut though, Kenny, with the check, to be fair.
Chance for Grant to win it! Vargas! Offside flag's gone! Vargas, it's a great move from Hearts, it really is, but the flag's gone up late.
Right, we're just waiting for a replay here.
It'll need to be checked. So they're trying to take it rightly, they're trying to take it quick. But the ball goes in the back of the net.
Bogic is definitely playing Vargas on in the final part for the goal. There might have been
a corner. Another touchline incident here.
Right. We're just waiting. Actually, just seen the pictures coming in here. Michael Vimmer delighted with his players there at Fir Park. Tony Docherty applauding the travelling support, but they've all got to be really, really concerned, and still playing at Tannadice. Steve again. It's a corner for the home side.
No, it wasn't given. It's a throw-in, but it's a chance for Van der Sande. Go! Oh, he's offside anyway.
You had this centre hooks there.
It felt as if it took an age to go by the post. The Belge it was. And I think Jordan Smith's going to milk it here.
I think this goal might stand.
We've not seen it again.
Tight. Shanklin looks really tight, as if he's in line. You don't know. It's going to take a bit of time, this one.
Yeah, so do you think it's the first part of the build-up then?
Yeah. Before the back heel.
Yeah. Aye, because the goal's definitely on. I think Gogic was a good couple of yards deeper. We're only seeing the fans on our screens just now, Alan. There's no replay.
Yeah, but the referee's just got his Hante's right here, he's getting guidance clearly, but it looked really, really tight.
I hope he's not been listening to you tonight with his Hante's ear, I'll tell you that.
I don't want to see him doing I don't want him going over to the telly. This TV's round.
Still the wait there, still the wait. We've just seen the pictures.
Massive
there.
wait. Time's come and gone. The 6 minutes, we're into the now 7th minute.
Just seeing the pictures coming. Obviously, they're cutting stuff for Sports Scene later on. The celebrations from the St Johnstone fans. John Roberts has said in great voice all night. What a win for them. Just seeing the pictures coming in.
3 wins from their last 5.
Fantastic.
They're coming. St Johnstone.
Watson's come on for Kilmarnock, as has Innes Cameron, as they search for an equaliser.
Just a reminder, we'll go there for full commentary.
Are you watching the footage here? I'm not sure Lewis Miller. I don't know if he's...
Sorry, we're looking at the pictures. He's gone down in the ground right in front of the dugouts here, is it?
Was there?
Yeah, and it looked like real concern, but I think he realised he was off the pitch and he's rolled back on the pitch.
What happened?
There was a coming together, a player get booked.
Vargas, 3-1.
Yep.
Hearts are up to 6th.
Yep, the late charge from their side there. It all turned to that mistake from Taylor. They were ahead St Mirren, but that is the ultimate comeback from Neil Critchley's side. And we're just waiting to learn. Did you see what happened there at Tannadice?
There was a coming together. I'm not sure who it was that left one on. Lewis Miller. Yeah, but I think you're right, Stephen. I think he tried to get himself back on the pitch, which then looked like he had a serious injury. Actually, the referee looked pretty annoyed with him because he then instructed him to
it's a foul to Dun United right in the edge of the box. Rocky Bashiri, I don't think he needs to be both hands. He's just pulled Van der Sande,
isn't it? That's careless. That is careless.
We must be about 100 minutes here.
I mean, because we had that long VAR check, we've had a few injuries up there, but this is a key moment now, isn't it, Stephen McGinn?
Yeah, Fiorini's got the ball. Babunski's round it. Will Ferry, captain Declan Gallagher, orchestrating.
A wee bit kicking off at Rugby Park as well.
Aye, something and nothing. Tom Lawrence and David Watson just kind of bumped into each other, and then one pulled the shirt, one pulled the arm, and they both ended up in the book over nothing. So, aye, as I said, something
there was
and nothing.
we've just seen it in the cameras here, Rory. There was an opportunity there for Barry Ferguson to do 4 keepy-uppies and just trump Derek McInnes there, but he chose not to. He just flicked it up with a back heel, 1 keepy-uppie and caught it in his hands. I'm a bit disappointed, if I'm being honest.
He's all in that touchline.
Looks like Ryan Strange won the battle to take it.
Right, here we go.
He spilled it. It's well away from Iredale. Quite loose from Jordan Smith there. Took a chance.
Yeah, he's not had a great game, actually. He's done well recently, but he's got to hold down. Come on.
Tynecastle, Hearts up to 6, Hearts 3, St Mirren 1.
Yeah, big win there. A comeback win for Neil Critchley's side. What a run they have been on. They're into the top 6. Fantastic for them. So we are still playing, of course, 8 o'clock kick-off. Rugby Park will cross to there for live commentary in a couple of minutes' time. But we're deep into stoppage time at Tannadice United.
Junior Hoyle's going through. I think he might be offside, but he's going through anyway. He's going to finish 3-1. Hibs have given. He's offside.
Aye, well offside. Well off, yeah. But that'll burn a bit of time, won't it, Stephen?
I think we've stopped for just about everything you could possibly stop for in football.
He actually doesn't need to be offside either. I
didn't think Mariah Welsh needed to kick it high either. I thought he could have maybe taken it a run.
I thought he could have just checked his run as well, because he must realise he's come. Oh wait, actually. By the way, this is very tight, much tighter than it looked in real time.
Right, here we go.
I thought his run was really straight. He actually arcs his run at the very last second. He's quite possibly kept himself on. Tom, I don't know if you get a look at that there.
I need to look at it again, Leanne.
Yeah, it's super tight. But by the time the ball travels, Stephen, and the players cross over, he looks miles off. Do you know one of those ones where it's like the defender stepped?
Dessers, hat-trick! Really good finish. Sorry, it's Bajrami.
Yeah,
good finish, and it's 4-2 to Rangers now, and that will be game over. The touch from Dessers in the middle of the pitch was absolutely sublime into Diamande. He plays it out to Bajrami, who I think it just clips the heels of Kieran O'Hara.
And I think this will count.
Yeah. It was a still for me, Stephen, honestly, in real time, because the movement of the defender and Junior Hoyle, it looked a big gap, but actually
it's standing with his
thumbs up. Don't know if he was looking at you and I in the studio there, Tom, was he giving us
You're fine, you can call it. You can call it now. Let's go.
Rangers might be finished before this game.
That would be astonishing.
Goal given, 3-1 Hibs.
Wow.
And the subs are on the park here. They recognise how big a result this is for Hibs. Full time here, 3-1 Hibs.
It'll be really interesting again to see that Dalby header.
Yeah. There's 3 more goals for Hibs, though. You know,
yeah,
big goal machine.
An another away
against one of the better defences in the entire league.
Do you know what? Jim Goodwin's going to have a lot to say. We'll get post-match reaction. I can just see huge reactions there in the away dugout at Rugby Park from Barry Ferguson, really geeing his side on there. An incredible turnaround. They were behind 2-0. It is now Kilmarnock 2, Rangers 4. Let's get the closing stage commentary from Cammy Bell.